Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello. There we go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Poppin' P1. Glad to have you all here. Happy Thursday. It's been a fun, interesting week so far. Hope everyone is enjoying their Thursday. We have a busy night tonight. All right, we're going to be making some, I'm hoping to make some decent headway into the short film tonight. Or not short film, into the floating record. Hoping to make some headway on that. We should hopefully get close to finishing it tonight. And then from there, we'll finish it on Saturday. Don't mind this mic. This mic is me working on my short film. But yeah, it's been a crazy week so far. I'm not going to lie. Been a very interesting week on top of that with some things that happened, but you know, it is what it is. I'm content with what all happened there. So yeah, I mean, but other than that, doing pretty well. Otto, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. How are you? Hope you're having a good Thursday. If y'all haven't seen the short film yet, I highly advise you go watch that. That was a lot of fun to make, especially with someone making the song, one of the songs, and that was really fun for me to make. Stellar Fury is the name of it, and they did an amazing job. And I was very happy to be able to incorporate that into my short film. That was a lot of fun to make. It really was. So, but now I'm working on the next one, and like I said, Sparks to Wildfire is still up in the air right now. It's gonna have to drive me home really well towards the end on how it ends for me to be able to consider it. Because like I said, the one I'm working on currently right now is kind of taking top priority just because of how I want this to go. So, like I said, I don't know if Sparks and Wildfire is going to get one yet, because right now all eyes are on the one that I'm making right now, just because this one is more. It just takes priority right now. But like I said, if this floating record does well and drives home the message really well towards the end, then it'll probably get one. But like I said, it may not either because of what I've got working up and what I got cooking right now on the first short film right now. I'm working on getting the script at the moment, and either way, so here's the plan. If once I get this short film that I'm working on right now done, I can put it either in front of it or behind. I can either put it in front of this one going into the main story, or if Sparks to Wildfire decides to get a short film, if I decide to do a short film for Sparks to Wildfire, the short film that I'm currently working on can go right behind it. So it's a nice spot for no matter which way it goes. But like I said, it's up in the air just because of how Sparks to Wildfire is going to end. So that's basically it. And let's see what else. That's pretty much it. Oh, a lot of stuff on the back end I'm still working on, learning a lot of new things on top of it. I can't wait. I'm going to be working on the script tonight. I'm going to be working on back end of content tonight. Not for too long, like not for too late, just because I got to get up early. But yeah, like this weekend though, I'm going to go crazy with content. Since if I want to get everything out on schedule, I'm going to have to up the pace just a tad. So. But yeah, other than that, it's been a good week. So far. All right. We are on episode 14 of Sparks to Wildfire. I am hoping to at least maybe get to 75% tonight. If we can get to 75%, that'll set us up very nicely for this weekend. And if we can get it done this weekend, then we'll get it done this weekend and we'll go straight into the main story. Because after that, it's back-to-back main stories. Which I am excited about. Very excited about for that. So, we're right there, ladies and gentlemen. We are right there. I'm just patiently waiting. So, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me pause the music. It is already paused. Never mind. Let me turn on the game volume. That is ready to go as well. All right. I didn't eat my apple, and I'm pissed because I forgot to grab it on my way home. I'll have to grab it. I'll have to grab some this weekend when I do my, when I work on content. Because green apples, specifically green apples, they help me a lot when I'm doing voice acting. Just because it helps reset my saliva, so where my mouth is not dry. Granted, I have to drink a shit ton of water on top of it, but like eating the green apple first, waiting 30 minutes, doing my stuff, and then drinking the water really helped. So for y'all, for those of y'all that want to know, that's some game right there. All right, here we go. Episode 14, Junior. We are back in the present moment now. Within Vera's past, she born the sea of hands of the little commandant, offering her own flesh and blood. I need to make sure something's good really quick. Hold on. Settings. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Back. Here we go. Processing. Okay, we're good. We are good. She pulls you along for the final leg of your journey together. Yet reality seems like a projection of the mind, only in reverse. Amid a shower of dust, 3 people, or more accurately, 1 plus a pair of conjoined individuals, tumble ceremoniously from a duct, crashing onto the floor of a corridor into the gene repository. As you carry the construct on your back, you take a hard fall, but rather just catching your breath twice, you immediately push yourself up to check on Vera's condition. Hell yeah, hey, we got her. The mind beacon reflects the frame's data synchronization status, progressing abnormally slow. Why is the data synchronization so slow? It was so much faster during the Atlantis operation. I need to maintain connection. Hanif, as if the first to roll over and get back. Hanif is the first to roll over and get back on his feet. How many followed us? I blocked the tunnel exit. No head-hole creatures have followed us yet. Impressive. You managed to block it while carrying such a large construct. Dust everywhere. The power exoskeleton, kid. Let's check the tracker first. Where's Eve? Let me know. I'm not sure. Let me check. The dot glow is fainter, but they can confirm Eve is somewhere nearby. Just as I thought. It escaped into this gene bank. Let's move. Hanif kindly helps you to your feet. That exoskeleton is certainly cumbersome. Meanwhile, he catches your scrutinizing gaze, taking advantage of the moment to observe you. What's up? You don't look like you look like you got something on your mind. How did you find that tunnel entrance so quickly? Cause I'm colonel personnel. Of course I know about these little secrets. I thought you weren't familiar with this island though. I admit I researched the Genomic Resource Center a bit before we departed, but I absolutely had no intention of harming any of you. I told you before, I want to get me away from Colonel. In exchange, I'd lead you to the treasure. We just happened to run into some major trouble. How exactly did you join Colonel? And why are you so desperate to escape from them as well? Why the sudden entrance in these finkety details? After 2 whole days of going through hell, you finally charmed by me, looking to whisk me away on a white horse. Hanif quickly paces forward, words flowing smoothly from his mouth as if the questionings himself are a little concern to him. You look once at Hanif's label. In fact, when you first escorted him into the transport ship, you had already discovered a small Upper West badge hidden. What is he, a double agent? I'll be blunt. You smell of FOS. What's this smell of FOS you're talking about? Like how yesterday you nearly strangled me, then pointed a gun at me, all because I acted a bit too much? Was it actually because I smell? Answer with another question, and I'll sew your mouth shut. You and Vera are really cut from the same cloth. Fine, no point in hiding it. I did graduate from the FOS military college, but I severed ties with Babylonia a long time ago. Now I'm just a colonel's little dog. You must have done well at the FOS, otherwise Colonel wouldn't have taken an interest in you. Hanif raises an eyebrow, maintaining his dismissive, think what you want attitude. Nothing special, just ranked in the top 10 overall. That's impressive. Is Hanif your real name? I've never seen it on any chief registry from previous years. I was never a chief. That position... Someone wouldn't allow it. No, that's not it. Being that kind of hero, standing in the spotlight, just doesn't suit me. That's all. Hanif takes a deep breath. I doubt anyone would believe me if I said it. I'm here to find my family. What? Don't misunderstand. I'm no kin to these vicious hetero creatures. I want to find my true origins, and my investigation just happened to lead me here. I don't believe anyone could be under Colonel's control from the moment of birth, so I want to figure out what exactly made them take an interest in me. You've been under Colonel since you were born? See? You don't believe me. As expected. I'm guessing you won't like this kind of story. It's all secrecy and mystery, only to end up being about some trivial family matter. Senior-junior conversation. Pretty much. Pretty much. I'm a young buck and he's a younger young buck, so I gotta teach him the ropes. Silent again. I suppose that's one of your virtues, staying quiet about things you don't understand. I was gonna say, you gotta like, that's the other thing too, like, you can't just be like, you can't just blow smoke up someone's ass. Be like, yeah. Like, if you don't know shit, just be like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't get what you're talking about. I do that all the time when I'm at work. Someone will be talking to me about something and be like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? No, I can't say I do. Like, no, I can't say I do. You just gotta be honest with it. But this is my story. Heroic epics like yours that are all known all over the world are a rarity. Mine is just a tale of a small shadow drifting through the world. The type you'd be able to find anywhere. I've said everything that I can tell you. If you have no other questions, please trust me a little longer. Besides, our current situation is extremely urgent. The situation is already complicated. I don't want to deal with the betrayal on top of everything else. Got it? You interrupted Hanif, tapping the gun in your hand as you deliver a warning. Alright. Understood. Let's pick up the pace and focus on capturing Eve. By the way, I'll take point. You were injured earlier. What? Why are you suddenly willing to turn your back to me? You still carry FOS badge with you to this day. Oh, so you noticed that. Like a bird with its beak held shut, he folds his wings and follows quietly for once. With Vera on your back, you stride forward through the darkness while using the mind beacon to connect with the frame mind, accelerating the adaptation process. Everything seems to be progressing naturally. A hero's presence is reassuring, promising a happy ending. Well, just because the hero's there doesn't mean you may get a happy ending. You may not get a happy ending, even with the hero being there. You may win, but at what cost? The dim corridor lights stretch into long shadows behind them, with Hanif caught in the protagonist's silhouette. He repeatedly inhales as if to speak, then hesitates. Countless times his lip move, but each time he swallows his words back down. He remains silent. After all, his innate destiny has always been imitation, and years of experience have accustomed him to being a mere shadow. And all of his actions until now have been rebellious types to defy his fate. Whether playing the mind games or deliberately sabotaging situations, he uses these tactics again to gain more freedom. Yet deep inside, he can't help but feel curious about the hero he was meant to intimidate. Originally, he didn't even have an origin to speak of. Only a name he was born with. His name is... Your name is... You are... Heinz. Oh! What? Hold on, he might be a clone. Hold up, he might be a clone. Hold up. He might be a clone. From developing from a tiny embryo into human form, to gradually gaining knowledge of the world, to the rapid emergence of self-awareness, most of his memories revolve around this name. In the hazy childhood memories, there are 10 Haynes in total. He was number 10. Number 1 through 9 were successfully deemed to have genetic defects or to be unsuitable by the adults, then immediately died. That's crazy. He was born with a stronger instinct for self-preservation than others. He feared death, so deeply understood the importance of being obedient and well-behaved. He was more suited than anyone to be perfect shadow. Oh, a perfect shadow. My fault. You're Hines, the last one to survive screening, so you were assigned to Babylonia. Who knows what kind of scheme that old bastard is cooking up now? Bearing his name, he was sent to Babylonia's Youth Development Center, occasionally receiving support from kind-hearted individuals from Kurno, and lived through this bewildering teenage years in what could be called exceptional stability. He followed his sponsors' every command without question, studying whether they told him to study, helping with whatever small tasks they asked him to help with. He had no demands, no desires. The driving force behind all of his actions was simply fear of death. After all, the deaths of the previous 9 Hines subjects were genuinely terrifying. Very interesting that we're getting lore about him mid-story. But from some point on, a certain name began to frequently reach his ears. That day, he stopped in front of one of the promotional videos commonly seen throughout Babylonia, where everyone couldn't help but focus on the gray figure within it. Welcome back ceremony, Construct Squad, the Grey Raven Commandant, and Cerber Squad. Repel the Ascendant, scattering sparks of hope across the sea. Hey, we gotta be a beacon of light. We gotta be the ones to inspire. For the first time, he wanted to express his own hopes and dreams. But before he could speak, the sponsor from Kurno arrived to inform him of a new mission. Your mission is to enter FOS Military College as a student. This could be considered the first positive coincidence in his life. He immediately sat up straight. I understand. I'll apply right away. You seem eager to do so. Is there any reason for your enthusiasm? The man looked somewhat puzzled. I thought you pursued scientific research when you grew up, yet you had a change of heart. Could you really be the most different one after all? Which one? Hines, beside those 9. Are there many more? No, there aren't any more. What's so funny? Hines suddenly feels like a lab rat, lifted by his tail by the people who have been experimenting on him for years, suspended in the air as they scrutinize his defenseless body from all angles. His displeasure with the name suddenly burst forth, along with the years of surveillance and control he had endured because of it. So, do I get to keep on being Hines, then go to the FOS with that name while I work for Kurno? What's with all the questions today? Just do what you're told. The man pulls up several consent forms and turns the screen toward him. The consent forms are lengthy, and the man only finishes his explanation as they artificially daylight fades. Ooh, to the 7 people here, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Oh, we're down to 2. That's alright. Good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you may be, everyone. Hope you all have a good one so far. We're doing the story. We're in it right now. We're in the thick of it. In short, once you enter the FOS college, you must remain competitive for the chief position by any means necessary. As long as you can do that, Kurno will continue to support you. And if I can't, I die? It's not that severe. You'll still be useful to us. Fine, I'll do it. Let me repeat my understanding of these documents. You want me to create another chief, right? Good, you understand. Your overall quantities are excellent and you're obedient too. I feel this mission will suit you perfectly. Besides, we haven't mistreated you, have we? For a hostage of the Hines family, your life in Babylonia has been quite luxurious. I don't understand. Where do I sign? The man points to a corner of the screen. Don't worry, this is a good opportunity. After you graduate from FOS, Kurno will arrange your future placement. Whatever you say. As long as I get into the FOS college, things should be different. Thinking of this to himself, he raises his hand and signs a name that has accompanied him for over a decade. Very good. Now go become the next chief. On his first day at FOS, he immediately began digitally gathering information. He poured over roster of past students, tracing down the names of each successive chief one by one. At the founding of FOS Military College, the first chief student, Blink, disappeared. Second class, confirmed KIA. Third class, disappeared. Fourth class, underwent construct modification, currently assigned to the Purifying Force. Who was that? Was that Bianca? Fifth class, confirmed KIA. Class, question mark, Chrome, underwent construct modification, currently assigned to Strike Squad of the Task Force. Oh, he was a chief? I forgot he was a chief. Class blank, Pop and P, currently assigned to the Grey Raven Squad of the Task Force. He closes the roster of past students no longer want to continue reading. Oh wait, Crow is older than me? Oh, I didn't know that. He still remembers attending the enrollment ceremony that day. The auditorium spotlights were rather stingy, casting their beams upon only a lucky few. He silently stared at those few beams of light, a vision in the end of his mission flashing through his mind. He knew that those standing there, the light couldn't reach where it would be reduced to a single line reading disappeared or confirmed KIA. Hey, classmate, why did you choose to come to the FOS? Another young man beside him leans in with a whispered question. He doesn't answer. He can only hear his heart pounding like a drum, feeling the delayed tremors coursing through his body. His feared death, yet suddenly realizes he's chosen the right path that brings him closer to it. This trembling persists until the first class for freshmen. The first lesson contains neither theory nor practice, but takes place at the Memorial Plaza before the monument. Whew! Hold on. The moment serves as a boundary stone, the only true divider between life and death. He stares at the densely packed list of fallen on the monument, unable to locate the names of those chiefs he had just seen in the register. He trembles uncontrollably, the anthem unique to the FOS echoing in his mind as the fingers trace across the monument. For the second time, he wanted to express his hopes and dreams to the world. Hey, why are you still spacing out? Whoa! Dressed like that too? Just wait. The instructor's gonna remove all those dangly things from your ears tomorrow. He was already eyeing you several times during the assembly. You got a problem with it? But I can't mess with anything else. What's wrong with messing with my own appearance? What? The overly friendly youth across him freezes for a moment, not expecting his future classmate to respond like that. Are you upset? I was just trying to make conversation. They pointed you out to me. Said that you ranked first overall in the entrance exams. Maybe you'll become our class chief in the future? I won't be the first in class. He keeps Colonel's plan firmly in mind, but far exceeding those plans are the seeds of the rebellion deeply rooted in his heart. Of course, I'll be competing for it too. Ridiculous. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Baby? What? I'm fucking having spasm here. Babel? I'm gonna say Babel. What's your name? Babel extends his hand to Hines while the nearby classmates turn to watch. My name is... The name that he has been attached to him for years gets stuck on the tip of his tongue. He suddenly haunts. Various thoughts lead to anxious gaze to search until finally his eyes land on the unremarkable name from the memorial. He snaps back to reality and grabs Babel's outstretched hand. The shadow within him grips that hand tightly. In the span of a single day, it's the third time he went to voice his hopes. My name is... But this time he doesn't hesitate. He immediately fulfills his own wish. He gives himself a true name. Hanif. Please call me Hanif. Wow. My name is Hanif. Student ID 1364. Hanif, student ID 1364. No problem. Graduation qualifications approved. You are permitted to participate in the graduation assessment. Hanif's terminal immediately receives the test announcement from academic affairs. He browses through it while walking toward the crowd nearby. Time passes in the blink of an eye. Feels like school anthem has been echoing in their ears for only a brief moment before their graduation arrived. The moment he named himself becoming a turning point, he grew more ambitious and cunning, developing many demands while accumulating countless small acts of rebellion over the years. Like adding more small components to his body or deliberately scoring right at Colonel's passing threshold. but none of it was enough. Freeman. Cancel the field drill. Because of the severe casualties among commandants and conscripts, we can't spare any personnel. Now that I feel like they're totally underestimating us. If they were to let me go to the surface, I would get a perfect score. Just like the Grey Raven Commandant. It's the Grey Raven Commandant again. He pushes through the crowd, engaged in a heated discussion, and walks away. It's still daytime. You better save the sleep talking for the night. Get a load of this! Babel turns around and delivers a precise elbow strike, only to be effortlessly blocked. Immature. You just never have anything nice to say, huh? The young graduates, soon to leave the nest of the FOS, share a moment of laughter before dispersing into their individual holographic simulation pods. The assessment begins much easier than expected, with the first space station being quickly conquered by their team. After confirming his ranking, Hanif exits the holographic simulation pod. The room is cramped, but what the fuck? I cannot speak. The room is as cramped as a small box. Jesus, there we go. So confined to it, it might as well be a prison cell. Hanif presses the button by the door, and after a brief electric noise, the emotionless voice emanates from the speaker. Ranking, currently at 10th place. That should meet your requirement, right? The voice on the other end of the call falls silent, as if pausing to verify Hanif's words. After a brief moment of silence, the voice echoes again. Ranking verified. You can now go to the cafeteria. Before him, a deep and dark corridor unfolds, lined with the identical metal doors on both sides. They're really trying to create a chief, huh? In the darkness, he lets out a quiet snort. By the third day, problems arise with capturing the nodes. The students who had advocated for a direct assault initially planned to head straight for the strategic points, only to have their advance severely hindered by ambush forces along the way. Everyone suffers heavy casualties, and the injured simulated based on the real battle data are truly horrifying to witness. Ah! A corrupted slices open Freedom's abdomen, ripping out his internal organs. Freeman, I'm coming right! Don't go! He can't be saved. There are too many corrupted over there. Hanif yanks Bebel by the arm and pulls him to nearby cover before the corrupted can deliver another blow. What, we told that everything would get better if we launched another attack? What other options do we have? What do we do now? We have no support or supplies right now. We need to wait for reinforcements. We can't afford to advocate recklessly anymore. Okay. There must be another way. We'll try again. Hanif, let's fall back. Wait for the others and look for another opportunity. Babel grits his teeth and bandages his wound, his face revealing a stubborn determination that only grows stronger with each setback. As expected, this can only be a simulation test. Hanif temporarily withdraws from the test. Oh, it's a test? That's crazy. The test is not over yet. Why did you stop? It's clear that I can't complete the next mission on my own. I have to wait for others to catch up. FOS graduation test this time is unlike the previous ones. Instead, the squad tactics, it's placed more emphasis on overall strategic planning. Have you considered the possibility that the military no longer intends to produce the kind of chief you're looking for? Focus on your own task, do not speculate, and do not test us. Focus on your own task, do not speculate, and do not test us. How interesting. He uses his precious 30-minute free activity period to visit the Memorial Plaza, habitually placing a bundle of white flowers beneath the countless names of the fallen heroes. After that, he returns to his dormitory and enters a name he has heard countless times over the years into the Archive Center. If the simulation tests are based on events that actually happened, I'll search for the Grey Raven Commandant's combat record. The limited publicity available, data appears before his eyes, illuminating the small dormitory room. The first-person battle footage replays on Hanif's retina, showing how unusually determined the owner of the camera was. Crawling forward desperately, yet refusing to abandon any comrade, finally reaching the destination in an utterly devastated state. You know what? Hey, that's fine. If we're able to bring someone back, and we're able to come back home too, hey, it's a win. But even so, the people they dragged back didn't survive. Well, that's unfortunate. The camera recording the battlefield footage has no emotions, yet the profound sadness is still transmitted through the images into the heart of everyone who watches it. Great, what a complete waste of time. Why would the Grey Raven Commandant even do something like this? Bebble better not learn from this. This is the dumbest approach. Trying to save everyone naturally results in saving no one. That's the right thing. The right thing to do is to abandon those shadows that are doomed to die early. God, you sound like Vanessa. He closes the battle records, thinking in the darkness that once again falls silent around him. That's right. The existence of shadows. What is this purpose of someone like me? Even giving myself a name didn't really help with anything. Number 1364, report your schedule today. 1600 parted, 1612 arrived at the shopping street, bought a serving of grilled artificial meat there. 1642 arrived at Dominic Memorial Plaza, sat there for a while. 1700 returned. This week you've been going to the Dominic Memorial Plaza every day during your break. What's the reason? Just want to pick a good spot for myself on the monument. Please answer it seriously. I am being serious. Though, Hanif raises his hand in the gestures of surrendering toward the camera. It's a job with a very high morality rate. Didn't you explicitly acknowledge that in the contract? I'm just trying to confirm one thing. Where are you planning to assign me after graduation? The task force, purifying force, or as your private soldiers? It's not for you to decide. Do not plan to manage you shouldn't. If there's any option, I prefer to join the task force. As if not hearing the voice warning, Hanif continues to talk. At the very least, I can leave behind my name to be remembered. After Colonel Osmano temporarily leaves, Hanif contacts Bebe. Are you also looking at the battle records? I don't think they're very useful. I've already tried arranging combat tactics based on them, but it's still ending in complete annihilation. Don't lump me together with a parsimon like you. I've already tossed these records aside. Oh? So what, any new ideas you have? I wouldn't call it an excellent new idea, but it should be useful for these simulated combat assessments. Starting with the next battle, help me mobilize all nearby combat personnel and integrate all team members so we can act together. Human wave tactics, huh? Since our only goal is to succeed, sacrificing those who are already destined to never become chief doesn't matter. It's the difference between heroes and shadows. Even novels have always divided them clearly. Besides, we have countless opportunities to try, which is what makes this different from those battle records. We'll succeed eventually. Bebby suddenly interrupts him with a question. Wait, so what's your own role in all this? Are you a hero or a shadow? I've said it before, I have no interest in competing for chief. I'll always stay at 10th place. Yeah, I've heard you say it before. Everyone's dreams of becoming a fullboy like the Grey Raven Commandant. Well, your dream is just being another name in the memorial to be sacrificed, right? I truly what? Don't give me that, oh, you really okay with something like that for being a few words of a piece of a stone? Bebel, seeing through the years of Hana's insincere words, questions him point blank. Do you truly, willingly want to be sacrificed as a shadow? Hanif has to admit that it took someone as blunt as Bebel to ask the question he couldn't bring himself to voice. Hanif. Hanif. Do you hear me? Hanif looks up to see that the reassuring figure ahead has turned around and is now giving him instructions. Listen, we need to consider the worst case scenario. Go on. If something happens to Vera and me, then the mission falls on you to continue. You must find Eve, kill it, and prevent a new crisis from spreading. After giving these instructions, you stride forward with purpose. Do not worry too much. Think of it as a relay race. You must have had similar training back at the FOS. The figurehead sways under the weight they carry. From the tone, they seem genuinely lost in memories of their school days. Oh no, you've made the wrong decision. You and Vera are the strongest fighters here. If something really goes wrong, I should be the one to die first. Or are you going to heroically declare that I won't leave anyone behind on a battlefield? He scoffs, unable to help recall but that ridiculous battle record he saw years ago. A record that came from the very person walking ahead of him. You're right. I don't need to sacrifice anyone. And that includes you. If I were to sacrifice you, I would definitely regret it. Enough. You don't need to spare my feelings or pretend anything's fine while explaining things to me. I understand perfectly well. I may be your junior, but I'm not a child. I'll surpass you, since you and I are different. Why is he suddenly so talkative now? Electromagnetic energy and your uses are the best thing to do for the future. Also, good night. Oh, good night for your P1, my leader. Good morning, afternoon, night. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, now I see what you mean. Yes, I see what you mean. Yes, it is nighttime for me. I was confused. I'm like, what? Ryushi! Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a good one so far. How are you? You're just in time. I think we're getting ready to finish up this episode. This is a pretty interesting episode so far. We're learning more about Hanif, or aka Heinz. And he's my junior, and he wants to surpass me, and that's pretty much really it that I got from that. How are you, my fella? Doing good. Interesting week, especially where that all happened, but you know what, it is what it is. Working a lot of stuff on the back end now. It's gonna be a big week because next week is hunting season. I'm gonna be going to that, so I gotta get my deer tags and stuff. But yeah, this week's gonna be busy for me, or this weekend's gonna be busy for me. I'm gonna be working on more content as usual, and then spending time with the family while working more content. And yeah, I'm hoping to get floating record done by Saturday, and then that way we're set up very nicely for the weekend going into the main story for Tuesday. Because all we got to do is just this: 2 main stories, 2 floating records. Boom, we're done. We're done, so then we're caught up, and that'll be very interesting on how that's gonna go. So I'm excited though to get it all set in stone. It's been almost a year now since I've been streaming PGR, so that's been fucking wild. When I look back on it, it's like, man, I've just been playing PGR straight for almost a year now. Wild to think about. But I'm excited for a lot of things. Like I said, a lot of things are in motion. I'm working on the next short film right now, and I cannot wait for you all to see this one. This one's gonna be a lot of fun for me to make. And yeah, I just taking it one day at a time, enjoying my time, enjoying my family, enjoying the journey, and to have everyone here in the server be here to support me is so surreal, and I can't thank you all enough. It's very, very awesome to see, and I thank you all. I really do. So thank you. But yeah, we're finishing this episode. We're 51% done with the floating record. I'm hoping to be 75% done tonight when it's all said and done with the stream tonight. I'm hoping to get at least 75%. So, all right, here we go. Why is he suddenly so talkative? Oh, I already said this part. Hanif suddenly quickens his pace, overtaking his superior and insisting on walking at the very front. I only have some minor words. No need to treat me like an invalid and keep me in the back. Let me scout ahead. Fine. By the way, after we leave this place... Hold on, my voice is fucked up. There we go. By the way, after we leave this place, do you want to go back to Babylonia? That's a death flag if I've ever heard one. Hanif suppresses all of his emotions and cuts off any potential conversation, but once again, a new hope has bloomed within him. Shh, we're getting close to Eve. Listen, there's someone there. Man, why am I gonna go back to the past? Son of a bitch. Alright, here we go, episode 15. And then after this episode, I'm gonna get another water. Deep within the Gene respiratory, in a secluded room, an incapacitated old man excitedly caresses the shelves before him. The shelves house the treasured creations, pulsating and withering slowly within his specially formulated cultivation fluid. Long boy! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. We're on Sparks to Wildfire, episode 13, Divergence. We just got done learning about Hanif's past and how he doesn't like how we're his senior. And Vera's still down. We're carrying her on our back right now. And we're getting close to Eve. So that's basically where we're at. We're over 50% completion done now. I'm hoping to get to 75% done tonight. That way we're set up really nicely for the weekend, and then going into Tuesday we should be able to do the main story. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Here we go.
My first child, Eve, has successfully ventured out into the world. Soon it will be your turn. Once you're born, follow Eve's path. I will generously share everything that has been acquired with you, and together we can evolve. And you can evolve into a new form of humanity.
Why has the evolution process haven't begun ahead of schedule? The old man's hands freeze at the sound of the Ascendant's voice. He turns around immediately.
Aphelios, why have you returned early? And you didn't bring back that human you wanted? Oh, this body of yours is quite new, too. Don't tell me your previous vessel was destroyed. You look like you've had a rough journey.
Answer my question first. Why are you such in a hurry? I didn't bring back the Grey Raven, Commandant. Whose genes did you use as a catalyst? The Ascendant steps closer, filling the entire room with an overwhelming pressure. The old man shows no fear, instead he bursts into uncontrollable laughter.
You couldn't tell. I used my own embryo, the complete impure me. Without a trace of genetic impurity from anyone else, I am their creator.
The old man laughs uncontrollably, clearly delighted with his own accomplishments.
Did you know, while you were gone, I piled even more embryos into that hollow? Even I've lost count of how many there are now. If they all hatch, the power on this island alone will be enough to terrify those swines outside.
Oh my god, my voice. In another corner of the room, the face of two people who have been eavesdropping in this conversation pale in response. Hanif holds his breath, frantically signaling with his eyes to you. Okay, finally. So we are finally diverging into one. So the Ascendant's real name is Ephelis. Wait, Ephilots? And that hollow the old man mentioned. If there are even more embryos inside. If all the embryos are hatched as well, if Eve simulates all of them, suddenly the tracking device hidden in their pocket begins to vibrate slightly. Ah, shit. Looking down, they see a blinking red dot moving closer to their location. Eve? Returning to the conversation between them, the Ascendant and the old man, after listening to the old man's words, the Ascendant furrows her brow and closes their eyes. I've severely underestimated how delusional you are.
Huh?
Your madness has created some serious errors. The current state of Eve is not what I envisioned. Your preparation for more embryos in that hollow is completely misguided. The Ascendant has no desire to waste words on a madman. After dismissing Hind's methods, he turns to leave, but Hind suddenly shouts,
I am not a madman!
The old man becomes agitated.
Ephilots, how is this you reject me? Don't you want to witness the culmination of this evolution?
We were once collaborators with aligned goals, but now it seems the time has come for us to part ways. What you seek is not pure evolution. You don't care at all whether human civilization evolves or not. You delude yourself as the exiled king of Zambra, merely seek to build a realm that worships you. You don't want to improve anything. You only want to prove yourself right. But there is still time. If we can bring that person back, this evolution could still return to its proper course.
What's the point of evolving this human civilization that's nothing but filth and excrement? Your approach is that of one that's completely wrong.
Yeoman shouts his ejection.
Ascendant, you know exactly where the new body of yours came from. All this time, I've been the one maintaining that pile of junk you call a body. If I wanted to, I could destroy what's left of your body at any moment.
Oh, it's pointless for you to rage and destroy other frames, even if the one standing before you is a mountain created by the Plunge virus, or for me personally, I won't be speaking with you first to face a gun. Our cooperation is over.
The Ascendant doesn't finish his sentence, instead turning to look at another corner of the room.
Hide in there like little insects. Did you hear the answers you were looking for?
The Ascendant expected the two eavesdroppers to rush out immediately, but the corner remains completely silent. Shit. The two eavesdroppers had certainly heard the Ascendant expose them, but neither of them moved. Even the sound of sweat dripping to the floor seems deafening to the silence. It's not that the two of you don't want to move. They don't dare to move. The Eve they have been searching for has found them instead. It is now pressed against your back. Just moments ago, you noticed the red dot on your tracking device rapidly overlapping with your own position. Turning around slowly, the two of you found that twisted face of unfinished evolution looming right behind your heads. Don't move. It's too close. Why is it attacking me immediately? To the surprise of the both individuals, Eve simultaneously raises its hand, mirroring your movement by reaching toward its own empty waist. Ephesus is also nightmare, also means nightmare in Greek. He's so emo. Does it really? It means nightmare? Huh, that's interesting. I do like how they use Greek stuff, Greek mythology words in it. It's very nice. What the hell? What the hell is that thing doing? Is it mimicking me? The ring of wounds around your ankle still throbs in pain. The moment when it tasted you, still vivid in your mind. Come on out, since you've chosen to deliver yourselves right to me. The Ascendant waiting outside has run out of patience, swinging their blade to slice through as the shelving unit concealing the two eavesdroppers. Oh shit! Fire! You react swiftly, unleashing a barrage of bullets at the two exposed figures while rolling out from the cabin with Hanif in tow. They dash through the door amid the haze of gunsmoke. Eve, for some reasons unknown, never attacks you. As the situation erupts into chaos, it lets out a piercing shriek and also dashes outside. Run! Follow them! Wait a second! Don't leave any of these children from him either! With those words, Hanif raises a gun and systematically destroys every shelf in sight, including all the vitals and containers whose contents he doesn't recognize.
You!
So long, old man. See you never. Hanif gestures with his gun and leaves the frail old man with his theoretical goodbye, then quickly follows you, vanishing into the corner of smoke from a from a smoke grenade. Oh shit! Has that head creature gone mad? What was Eve? Yes, but I have no idea why it's attacking. It didn't attack me. The two of you sprint after Eve, following the damn trail it left on the ground. While you carry Vera on your back, you try desperately to make sense of the situation, but will come up with nothing. But beyond that, even more problems lay before you. Did you hear the conversation between the Ascendant and that man just now? Yes, I heard every word. That Ascendant has multiple bodies. That old man has many more children, and there are many more embryos, more hero creatures reserved inside that so-called hollow. More importantly, that Ascendant clearly still wants to hunt you down. Sounds like the situation is 100 times worse than we imagined. Shit! Talk about terrible luck. I was all hero creature ahead of us and relentless Ascendant behind us. You're calm enough to acknowledge the situation. You don't look nervous at all. I am nervous. I've never faced anything like this before. Whew, my life is hanging by a thread here. The reason I'm not paralyzed with fear is because I believe what's meant to happen to me can't be avoided. You actually believe that? Oh, shit. For someone like me who's been forced to wade through the muck for so long, I believe I'm something or I'd be finished. Oh, shit. However, there's part of me in the creed. Hyanov whips his head around instantly, his gaze trailing like a shooting star. Click, bullet chambered, sights unlocked. Oh, sights auto-locked. What's meant to happen may be unavoidable, but beating those bad things back into the dirt is something I can do! Get down! Enhanced bullets erupt from the gun barrel in a flash of fire, striking precisely at the faces of several hero creatures that suddenly appear at the front. They leave behind nothing but revolting splatters of gore. Hero creatures again? Oh, I knew it! Looks like the situation is worse than we expected. 120 times worse! Hanif's shots come so suddenly that you barely have time to react, stumbling forward and tumbling to the ground with Vera in a controlled roll to break your fall. Hell yeah! Hey, that's how we gotta do it. Vera! The mind beacon stirs slightly as a faint response emerges from Vera's dormant mind. The frame data synchronization speed seems from across the threshold, suddenly accelerating. What stage is Vera's data transfer at? There are too many hero creatures here, and we need her strength. 91. Wait, 90. 91. 92. The speed suddenly increased. Almost there. The data synchronization progress pauses briefly at 90%, then visibly accelerates. That's absolutely fantastic. You have no time to investigate what exactly happened in Vera's mind, and just as you grit your teeth to stand up, the mind beacon suddenly feels a surge of warmth. It's like a surge of flames rushing forward, completely reversing the mind from the mind beacon guiding the data forward to data dragging the mind beacon along with the wild spirit. Oh shit! Furthermore, though the mind beacon's probing, fragments of Vera's memory data occasionally flash blurrily before your eyes. What shocks you, yet leaves no time for deeper contemplation, is these fragments repeatedly flash at an incredibly familiar figure, while looking in a mirror because that person is yourself. Wait. How could this be? Why don't I remember any of this? As long as the Ascendant doesn't catch up too quickly, we still have a chance once we deal with these hero creatures. Check which one is Eve. I suspect it's hiding in there. Oh shit. That hurt. A dull pain resurfaces inside your skull, prompting you to cover an old scar on your head. No one knows the exact origin of the scar, and you only know it's acquired sometime before graduation. Hey! What's wrong with you? You can't fall apart in a place like this! But before Hanif can finish his words, that familiar gray-haired Ascendant appears around the corner. You jinx, motherfucker! I have no intention of killing you. Are you even listening to yourself? These hero creatures are running wild! Pop and P, this is the last time I'll invite you peacefully. While that old man and I share some common goals, just as if you heard, he had already used human genetic samples, other human genetic samples to be precise, to catalyze their evolution before I could act. They're still evolving, but more than imperfect. Most are imperfect. Having deviated from the intended path. What's this supposed to be? Fighting amongst you villains? No matter what you say, I'm the one you're after. You struggle to your feet in pain, setting Vera aside directly face of the Ascendant. Meanwhile, the mind beacon continues reading fragments of Vera's memory data, making the current events seem intertwined with another story altogether. Elo, what's good? Vera. It's utterly chaotic, yet both sides are sharing a visceral experience. Poppy, I need you to catalyze this evolution into the correct path. The Ascendant stands at a distance, extending an inviting hand towards you, once again uttering those words. But you aren't the only one frantically thinking of a plan. Hanif seems to have an idea too, quickly moving closer to you to whisper. Hey, did you hear that? I want to tell you this when we're outside. To the punishing, you're just food, a catalyst, fertilizer, anything but a person. Don't go with the Ascendant. I have an idea. How about we put on another act? What? Even a simple trick is worth trying, because I'm certain of one thing. You're important to the Ascendant. The situation takes a sudden turn when what was an ally's gun now presses against your temple as Hanif's hands clamps around your throat. Bark for Vera, please. I will not. Nope, I'm good. I won't do that. I can't do that. Oh gosh. Hanif, to everyone's shot, calls out to the Ascendant. Oh, what a shame! I'm not this commandant's lackey. Quite the opposite. I'm from Colonel, and I'm very interested in this one myself. Longboy, I almost said the words that you were talking about, and I almost got what Norm. I almost did what Norm was wanting me to do. You almost got me there. Hanif tears open his collar, brazenly displaying the Colonel insignia before the Ascendant. Ascendant, if you've been watching Babylonia long enough, you must know that I'm telling the truth, right? Colonel is also very eager to engineer this, a chief. With their body, genes, memories, they're all valuable to Colonel. Besides that, I firmly believe in one principle. In extremely dangerous situations, if the Grey Raven Commandant can't be tamed, then restoring them is the next best solution. I don't hold grudges, Grey Raven Commandant, but you nearly strangled me in front of the entire Aurora Squadron back then, and now I'm returning the favor. Done, my children. The Hero creatures, despite their restless instincts, procrast themselves on the ground under the Ascendant's imposing presence. That wasn't my intention, but damn so close. Oh, you're good. I figured that wasn't intended, but hey, you almost got me there. All except one, it trembles violently under the Ascendant's command, yet stubbornly remains standing. It has no eyes, yet you feel its gaze focusing intently on you. So, Eve was hiding in there after all. Hanif slowly backs away, with you as a hostage, creating what he deems a safer distance. Ah, good, Ascendant. Now make these frenzied Hero creatures back off immediately, or neither of us will get what we want. The Ascendant silently observes Hanif's movements without responding, yet you feel an uncanny tension, as if your heart is being gripped and forced to pump.
Papa P, we'll retreat to safety soon.
Hanif shifts gaze to your face, and you immediately understand his intentions and try to stop him. No, don't, Hanif, wait! Hanif! But it's already too late. The Ascendant condenses surging, punishing energy into a cone, instantly blasting away Hanif's gun-wielding right forearm. Blood, flesh, and bone vaporize into the air, leaving only a horrified void where his arm once was, and a thick slur of crimson splattering in all directions. Oh! Yo! What a nice detail! They actually showed it! That's crazy! Wow! Okay! Wow! I'm impressed. I am indeed impressed. The crawling Hero creatures hiss excitedly, lifting their heads to lick the red mist hanging in the air. God damn, they're like fucking sharks. Overwhelmed by excruciating pain, Hanif lets go of his weapon and collapses to his knees. Across from him, the Ascendant remains unmoved as a mountain, as if they've just finished savoring a good joke. Did you think you could use this as a distraction to escape with the Grey Raven Commandant? You're just like Hines, full of nothing but cheap tricks. And I know one truth very well. Before absolute power, any strategy is meaningless. The Ascendant completely withdraws their fighting gesture, turning instead to target you and Vera, who lies slumped against the wall. You dive in front of Vera, and simultaneously another blast shoots forth, piercing through your tendon and your lower leg. Arterial blood spurts from the wound, instantly soaking through the pained leg. Ah, shit, an arterial bleed? That's not fucking quick. That's not fun. We gotta patch that up quick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all do not know, arterial bleeds, if you get an arterial bleed, and it's bright red, you gotta patch that shit up quick. Otherwise, you will be dead. I'm not even lying. You will die. Now, if it's like a fucking oozing blood, oozing dark red blood, you're fine. Because it's slow blood and you hit a vein. But if you get a red one, if you hit an artery and it's spewing out bright red, you all gotta patch that up quick. I guess I could say I'm a former EMT. I was a former EMT, alright? So I know my shit a little bit. Alright, here we go. Oh, shit! Start the bleeding! Following emergency first aid protocols ingrained in memory, you clamp down on a leg wound to stem the bleeding. I was gonna say, get me a fucking tourniquet! Give me something to fucking twist my fucking leg! Oh, shit! No. How about it first? No. Vera also. Shit! The situation is rapidly deteriorating. Behind you, the more severely wounded victim moans in agony, while the throbbing mind beacon feeds back into synchronization progress of Vera lying before you. 94%. Stay calm. Hanif remains trapped in agony while the threat of both the Ascendant and Hero creature continues to close in. Your body is drenched in cold sweat, yet the pain paradoxically brings clarity to your thoughts. Not far from you, Eve stands behind the Ascendant, mimicking your leg-ripping motion like a monkey. Her entire body trembles as she pretends to experience the same excruciating pain. I can only imagine what I'm fucking seeing. I can only imagine my fucking leg wound here. I'm fucking and then you got the emo guy right here, and then you've got Eve just off in the back, just fucking mimicking the same damn thing, but she ain't feeling nothing. It's just oh god. Other Shadow creatures begin to tremble as well, some gradually breaking free of the Ascendant's control, and, like Eve, grotesquely mimicking your movements in a manner both ridiculous and sickening. Shit. We're running out of time. Looks like Eve's assimilation has already begun. The Ascendant moves closer.
I apologize, but I must restrict your movement.
Grab the gun first. Oh! Hey! Hey, here we go! Hey, here we go! Come on now! It's useless! Quick! Just run!
He's right, you know. That thing's useless against me.
Your gaze darts back and forth between the Ascendant and the Shadow creatures beside him. Suddenly, a desperate idea forms. You might be right. But what if I do this? Please point it back at me. Instead of attacking the Ascendant, you point the gun at yourselves. Yeah! Hey, you know what? We gotta do it. If we gotta do it, we gotta do it. Be ourselves the bargaining chip here. Hey, you gotta do it. I'm important to you. If I die, you'll never get what you want. You're insane!
Are you really threatening me? With suicide?
The Ascendant seemed somewhat disappointed by your reaction. Meanwhile, the Shadow creatures diligently mimic you, pointing their sharp and short appendages at their own heads. Truly an ironic gesture. A gray scrape of fabric from your painted leg still clings to Eve's mouth. In that case, I'll use you to my advantage.
Your gun is still pointing at yourself. Don't get distracted now.
Should I thank you for the heads up?
You should value yourself more. After all, you're destined to become their host, the source of the revolution. Your leg hurts, doesn't it?
Reverse standoff, let's go. Hell yeah, hey, sometimes you gotta be able to do that shit. Don't just focus on me. What about your story? That story you told me on the ocean earlier.
Oh, no need to finish it. You can already guess the ending. I won't waste words. Put the gun down.
I can, but I suggest you take care of your children first. Despite the agonizing pain tormenting everyone present, you tilt your head slightly, pressing the heated gun barrel directly against your temple, leaving a circular brand on your skin. At the same time, the mimicry-prone Shadow creatures following Eve's lead all gently tilt their head in unison. I've confirmed it.
I'll repeat for the second time. Put the gun down. I won't say it a third time, or I'll take you for a round two.
Fine. Let's make a bet then. You suddenly start pulling Vera and Hana back as you retreat. Then you aim your gun directly at the Ascendant. Not running. Are you insane? You're completely mad. Hana, watch this. I told you this won't work on him. Get away! Get out of the way! Clutching the severely severed arm, Hanif once again attempts to rush in front of you and Vera. Everything unfolds like a slow motion sequence. Hanif lunges forward, attempting once more to shield others from the attack provoked by the Ascendant's anger.
Meanwhile, the bullet that is seen as absolutely useless by everyone is stubbornly fired from the chamber away.
Watch this, kid. Yeah.
Watch this, kid. I'm about to show you why I'm your senior. It tears through the thick air with punishing energy and its stench of blood, hurtling toward the Ascendant, who shows nothing but contempt for it.
Oh, shit. It had my blood on it. Oh, and the stench of blood. Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Does it have my blood on it? Useless.
Is it really useless? Eve, no!
Blood still pours from your leg, yet you remain standing, roaring at the Ascendant ferociously as you have never truly felt alive until this moment. The useless bullet halts in front of the Ascendant, torn to shreds by the punishing energy. But Eve, who has been standing right beside the Ascendant, suddenly erupts into a blur of motion. Hearing your supporting sound, it twists with increasing excitement, enduring the oppressive force, and it growls at its throat as it instantly drives its sharp hand into the bullet's intended target, piercing through the Ascendant's chest cavity. Ha 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 ha!
Mother! Did you see that, Hanif? I won!
The sluggish flow of time ends here.
In an instant, the tables are turned. With Eve restraining the Ascendant, temporarily holding it in place, you seize this moment of respite to yank Hanif, who is the only one in a half-arms left, off the ground. But you... And you lot! Get up!
The flames of rebellion remain still burning fiercely. Your vicious unload your remaining bullets toward the Ascendant. In the next moment, it's no longer just Eve, as all the head oak creatures assimilated by Eve riot together, surging upward like tides of vicious crimson, engulfing the Ascendant with terrifying speed. This reminds me of fucking Attack on Titan with Eren Yeager fucking controlling the Titans. Well, he's the fucking spoilers for anyone who do not know. Leave now. How he's the of royal blood and of the control. What the fucking. I forgot the actual name of it. I forgot the actual name of the power. But he's got the royal blood where he can control the Titans. The coordinate. Sorry, Jesus. The coordinate. So. Spoilers! Do not listen! How, he is the coordinate in Attack on Titan. That's what it reminds me of us doing that stuff, so. That's what it was. Here we go. Even knowing these head creatures are all following the guidance of Eve, witnessing this horrific scene still invokes complicated emotions.
Have you gone mad? They're not just insane. They're actually evolving.
They're not crazy. If they're not that crazy, why are they attacking the Ascendant? Who taught them that? You?
You're right. I taught them to do it.
You wipe some sweat from your forehead and aid the terrifying sounds of the head creature's pack hunt. Quickly remove the exoskeleton from your legs and hand it to Hanif along with your emergency medical supplies.
Secure this equipment and find Hollow.
What do you mean? What about you?
My leg is injured, so I can't move. Your arm is broken, but you can still run. I must eliminate Eve here. Eve is interested in me, so I need to keep it here.
You glance back, and sure enough, Eve have already lifted itself from the Ascendant's remains, tilting its head to look at you, your direction.
Vera, she's about to wake up too. I need you by her side.
You know something's wrong with Vera. If she doesn't wake up, she's just waiting to die.
The situation has changed. I need to reassess.
I know what you're thinking. And even if you fail to eliminate Eve, you'll buy me time to destroy the Emperors in the Hollow, then these Shadow Creatures' forces. You become overwhelmingly powerful. You're the one who should be the hero who makes it to the end. Why?
Even knowing that this is their best option right now, Hanif still needs to ask. He stares at you with reddened eyes, knowing full well how many disasters you've lived through, how many times you've been the only hero to emerge from catastrophe.
What he can't understand is why you would readily pass the torch to him for this new challenge.
I'm the one who's been waiting as a shadow.
Someone has to keep running. Remember what I told you back then? I need you to say it to me. You slap Hanif's face hard, forcing him to stay conscious despite the excruciating pain from his severed arm. When ants clump together to cross over water, someone must choose to become the outer shell. Forced to take a deep breath, Hanif looks one last time at your injured leg before grabbing and putting on the exoskeleton.
I hate being a hero!
No. You're just afraid. You just feel unworthy.
Even you right now see right through me. I repeat, if something happens to you and Vera, I'll take over and continue the mission.
Hanif grits his teeth as he repeats these words. Good. Bind your wounds. Endure the pain.
I will destroy the remaining embryos in the hollow and absolutely prevent this disaster from spreading any further.
Good. Now go.
Woo! Woo! This is a good chapter. This is a good chapter, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good chapter so far. This is a good chapter so far. I hope my voice acting is giving it justice. But I'm going to need another water here if I'm going to continue on with all this screaming and shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. I'm going to get a water, use the restroom, and then we continue on with the story. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you all get some water, get a snack if you need to, and use the restroom if you need to. I shall be back soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Okay. I bought my books came in, or my manga at least. Very rarely do I ever read manga. I never do. I always watch anime first. But I've watched Oshinoko. Oshinoko is the very first anime that I have books on. Alright? And volume 11's out right. I just got volume, I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, volume 11 right there. Oh man. So I think I'm on volume 12. I remember reading it online. I remember reading this online. It's been a minute since then though, and I know the story's ending, but I'm wanting to read it. I'm waiting for the next volume to come out because I believe that's where I'm on in the story, and I can't wait to see how it ends. I never saw how it ended, but I know it's very controversial. But I'm excited to see how it's gonna end regardless. Either way, it's gonna be a lot of fun for me to read it. And yeah, I've been invested into this series for a long time. Let's see. It's been a minute. And season 3's coming. Oh yeah, season 3's coming out in like January. I'm fucking excited. I can't wait. Hold on, I gotta put these books up. I can't wait for season 3. Because I'm excited to see how they're gonna do it. How they want to do it too. So bloody bastard. Okay, my fault. I had to set the books up. Dragon Destroyer! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Oh, that's the one I wanted. They cooked so hard on this chapter. They really did. Also has probably one of the best final boss fights to me in the game. Really? Definitely one of my personal favorites. Okay, I see. That's also the answer. How you feel? I hope you enjoy it. I'm really excited for season 3. I'm excited for season 3 to come out. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and hopefully it does it justice. We're gonna see. So, all right. Now that that's out of the way, we're gonna moving on to the next episode into the story. And like I said, I don't know if this is gonna get a short film or not. Like I said, I've got one that's cooking up right now that right now takes top priority. But we're gonna see. All right, here we go. Episode 16, Blade Dance. Let's do it. Oh yeah. There we go. I was like, what? Amidst you and Hana's desperate life or death struggle, Vera's data synchronization accelerates frantically, going faster and faster. Punishing fluid and blood splash onto her, pooling into a single droplet of liquid, slowly trickling down from the corner of her eye to the corner of her lips. Oh yeah, she's chasing my blood. The data synchronization between her old and new frames is nearly complete. I'm currently dying from lack of sleep. Well, you get some sleep! What's wrong with you? Get some sleep! If I end up falling asleep on stream, I apologize, but I wanted to be here during your live streams again no matter what. No! I'd rather you be sleeping! I'd rather you be taking care of your health. Taking care of your health rather than to be here. You gotta take care of yourself first. You gotta take care of yourself first. That's what I want you to do. I want you to sleep. I want you to sleep. Gotta get that sleep, because if you don't get your sleep right, it's gonna mess up a lot of other things. So I would rather you get your sleep. Get your sleep. That's what I would rather you do. I am grateful you're here, but I would rather you sleep. That way you can get some good sleep. Because good sleep goes a long way. Alright? Alright, we're gonna continue on here. After transversing through all of Vera's memories, that haunting story she can never forget has turned once again to its final chapter. That chapter reads as follows. And so began their final desperate fight together. Fortune showed them no favor. That transport vehicle, which they had expected to run normally for some time, unexpectedly broke down shortly after they set out. After checking it, Vera concluded, well, any vehicle I drive never survives more than 2 hours anyways. You stood silently in front of the vehicle for a moment, accepting the reality, then the two of you began their journey on foot earlier than planned. However, even though you could mentally accept the situation, physically you were reaching your limit. Tiny snowflakes landed on your body, quickly soaking your clothes into a cold, rigid shell. Your mind grew foggy as your wounds became infected, setting your body tempering soaring. Shit. How high is this fever? Mind connection. You should rest a bit. Close your eyes for a while. Seeing you pace gradually slow down, she reaches out and unprompted and waves your arm around her shoulder for support. The mind connection is strong. You're doing well. She even attempted to give you an awkward compliment. Wouldn't that be alright? I'll keep going with you. Can you? Can you really? Oh, shit. Days of fortuitous travel have left you utterly exhausted. The moment Vera gives her approval, you eagerly close your eyes without a second delay. It's just 5 minutes, please. Wake me up. In 5 minutes. A sudden tug at the waist, Vera yanks the rope just before you collapse. Hey, I'm choosing to be here with you guys because I miss chatting with you, and I always enjoy chilling with you guys, actually. Besides, it's no time to sleep yet. Work was evil, but can't be helped. Also, can we talk about how Vera looks awesome in that frame? She does look good. As long as you take care of yourself, don't push yourself too hard, alright? Just don't overdo it. You know your body more than anybody. Alright? Just 5 minutes is not real, let me tell you. Oh, I know. 5 minutes is not real. 5 minutes to sleep is not there. It's more like 15, 10 minutes max. Alright, that's when you want the good sleep, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. That's as much as you need if you want a power nap like that. So, but Vera frame looks very good. I like her frame in this. It's very good. I like it a lot. Then comes the sensation of being dragged. You're telling me we're fucking getting dragged? She was that lazy to just pick us up? She could have just picked us up, and she was like, nah, they're gonna get dragged. Enveloped in darkness and pain, you lack even the strength to struggle. You're only vaguely aware of being hoisted onto someone's back, feeling a momentary stagger before being carried forward with jolting steps. Okay, never mind. I thought she was carrying us. I thought she was just dragging us on the ground. Gunshots ring out through the haze, blades scrape against metal, corrupted creatures shriek in the distance. Fine snowflakes continue to fall, soaking your hair and dampening your bandages wrapped around your face. The wet, stifling sensation makes it difficult to breathe. Classic Vera behavior, welcome to service. In your discomfort, you attempt to call that name. Vera? After briefly being laid on the ground, you feel the bandages around your mouth and nose being loosened. Then you're lifted again, this time cradled like a fragile infant. Soon, you hear the humming of the construct's power core running at high speed within your chest cavity. It's no different from listening to a heartbeat. Vera. You finally surrender to your fatigue, sinking completely into a feverish slumber. Time passes in a blur until you are startled awake with a deep, gasping breath. Darkness surrounds you like death itself. Pain radiates through your entire body, especially the unbearable agony in your abdomen. Piercing through the haze of pain, a faint sound reaches your ears. Where's the fire? Okay. What's happening here? As your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness, you realize you're leaning against something, and that
A small rock, or a small lock of soft crimson hair is in your palm. Red hair? Vera's voice breaks the silence again. Fire. Where is it? Where'd it go? It was just here. She's muttering to herself, searching for something. I found it. Oh, you're awake. The blurry red figure shifts. She reaches out and places her hand on your cheek. It's me. I'm here. Yes. The fire is here. You slowly raise your aching arm, pointing at the red blur, but she grabs your fingers and firmly pushes your hand back down. I didn't ask you. You're hallucinating from a fever. The fire is here. Found it. That's crazy! Holy shit! Oh, god damn! Holy shit! She looked good! God damn! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh god! Man, dude, they did so well on this artwork. God, it looks good. Wow. Wow. She looked good. She's holding a primitive lighter in her hand. With a click, a small, flickering flame appears. We have fire now. I found a lighter, but all the firewood got soaked. I'm not sure if it can still be lit. The lighter's flame licks a bundle of sticks and dry grass, but the wood refuses to catch. Alright, Chad, he's starting. It's working. No. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a gentleman. I give compliments to the pretty woman and give compliments to the dudes that are strong. Alright? You gotta be a gentleman. Alright? We a gentleman. We professionals here, ladies and gentlemen. I knew it. The red figure grows irritated and puts away the useless lighter. She frowns at you for a moment, then heaves an uncharacteristically deep sigh before extending her arms and pulling you completely into her embrace. I'm sorry, what? I guess we'll have to make do with the construct's body heat. Keep losing temperature like this and you'll actually die. Hey, I'm okay with a hug. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Oh, while we're at this, Vera lifts the rain-soaked bandages from your face slightly, finally allowing you to breathe in the cold air. You were unconsciously pulling at your bandages earlier. Looked uncomfortable. I checked and I think you can try removing them. Her voice can't hide her exhaustion, lacking the energy to form her usual arsenal of sharp words. This long, grueling journey has worn down more than just you. Poppin has become one of Vera's hounds. No. I am just admiring a pretty woman. Vera don't need your compliment. Oh gosh. Oh man, there we go. Don't freak out. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have done it a long time ago. Besides, I was a support construct for a long time. Still in denial. They're all removed. As the last bandages comes off, the scene before your eyes finally becomes clear. Haphazardly collapsed concrete buildings surrounding the two of you are likely underneath a pile of ruins. You don't have to deny the truth, my man. Don't be assumed today, just accept the truth and you have coped with denial. You all are crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. I'll turn now. I ain't turning. You ain't gonna get me like that. You all are one of a kind, ladies and gentlemen. Relax. Your face isn't ruined. Not that I can find a mirror right now, anyway. Vera, thank you. No memory resets this time.
Vera raises an eyebrow, slightly surprised to hear you address her by her name. Before, every time you fell asleep and woke up, your memory would reset when you first arrived on the surface. I had no choice but to fabricate some memories for you each time. She suddenly gives a label on her actions, fabrications. Just as suddenly as when she admitted to being a colonel construct on the front lines of the Conservation Area 62 today. I'll explain everything clearly from now on. At the very least, I'll lay out the most important things. There won't be a better opportunity than this. Bro, I was a living specimen of a tsundere who denies his admission to Vera. I am not one of the hounds, alright? I am not, alright? We just gonna get that clear right now. I am not. Oh gosh. Say it. Alright. This is my real appearance. The hair color and mask I wore before were just a disguise. I deceived you all. I thought we knew that already. You've already connected to my mind, so there's no need for me to keep up this act. You don't need to keep wasting energy pretending to not notice me anymore. She remembered something else and let out a cold scoff. Besides, your head still isn't fixed. Once this whole mess is over and you return to Babylonia, you probably won't remember me anyway. She sits up, helps you do the same, then clicks the lighter on again. She holds the lighter between the two of you, its flickering flame illuminating both of your faces. Only now are the two of you finally able to face each other with complete honesty. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am a construct from the Colonel Special Operations Division, codename Hound. I'm not a construct from Babylonia, and I wasn't supposed to have any contact with the FOS college students. But you possess test materials that I need to bring back to Colonel. Okay, so now we at least know. Do we know what's in the container? Do we at least know what's in the container? Vera points to the sample container still tightly fastened to your body. Don't question the authenticity of those test materials. I didn't think their function either. Otherwise, with your reckless behavior, your guts would have been all over the floor by now. So, you actually plan to take both me and the materials back to Colonel? Colonel's Hound nods, her tone turning cold as she seems to fully return to her identity as a Colonel Special Division's Operation Division member. But you got lucky. The Colonel Stronghold I was supposed to return to fell to the disaster. With nowhere to report back to, I had no choice but to drag you around with me. Bro, you know that one scene from one of the Shrek movies where the elf or the dwarf had Shrek sign something as they were getting more antsy? That's literally your heart telling you to admit that you become very I think I know the story. I think I know the one the Shrek sign. I can't remember what scene it was. I can't remember which. It's been a long time since I've seen Shrek, but a long time since I've seen Shrek. But I am not one of them. All right, I am not one of them. Here we go. Departing from that field hospital, rescuing refugees trapped in a panic, then coincidentally meeting a fellow student from the FOS, receiving the keys to solving this crisis from him, then continuing our journey after he passed the baton like us, running in an early relay race. I'm Poppy P. I've never changed, and I've never lied to you. Of course I know, little Commandant. What about Vera? Is that a fake name too? Vera hesitates. A fleeting expression crosses her face. When she speaks again, she seems to return to being Vera. It's my real name. I didn't lie about everything. Should that make you happy? You don't seem particularly surprised. You stare steadily into Vera's eyes, ultimately choosing not to answer her question and changing the subject instead. Why are you telling me this now? Are you planning to force me to go to Colonel? Along with the sample? No, there's no need for that anymore. I've assessed the situation. The other Colonel bases nearby have been equally devastated, so there's nowhere to submit the materials. This sample is extremely important, and if it's not delivered to the right place, the disaster will never end. When the punishing virus first broke out, I was a soldier who received a similar sample transport mission. Come to think of it, your current situation is quite similar to mine back then. Unfortunately, I was a few steps too slow, which meant I only received synchronization information about the punishing virus 7 days after the outbreak.
Vera lowers her head, remembering the last time, during the earlier days of the punishing virus outbreak, when she participated in that Dune relay. Because of that, I underwent constant modification. It seems I'm trapped in some mysterious loop of fate, doomed to tragedy every few years. This time will definitely be different, Vera. Without you, it wouldn't have been possible to deliver the sample this far. Even though you're not from Babylonia, you still... Stop. I refuse to be described with noble-sounding words to save your niceties for next time, if we survive that long. First, we have to face the most immediate problem. Forget about me forcing you to some godforsaken place. We can't even get out of here alive. At these words, you look around at your surroundings once more. Where are we? For now, we're underneath a collapsed basement. Just think of it as taking shelter from the snow. Such an annoying weather. Vera says just taking shelter from the snow, but in reality, even you can hear the corrupted shrieking outside. Well, is there any good news? Yes, our destination is right ahead. All we need to do is cross the last stretch of ruins and we'll succeed in our mission. How difficult will it be to cross these ruins? We need to fight for our lives, and I'm not exaggerating. You brief exchange and successes right before your eyes, but both feel the crushing weight of how difficult it will be to reach. Any other questions? If not, save your breath. You need to conserve your stamina. Vera points to the side of your abdomen. The cracking in the sample container has been tightly sealed, but the sample inside has already begun to slowly corrupt your flesh. The stinging pain has turned to numbness, even you don't know whether you'll deliver the sample first or be killed by it first. Okay, let's move out. Are you sure about this? Yes. My body won't last much longer. Or you could just dig the sample out of my gut. Oh, forget it. You can't be a hero if you die halfway there. Huh? No problem. Anyway, you can't die until you've made full use of me. That's wild. After a moment of contemplation, Vera seems to have made a decision. Vera grabs your hand and places it above her collarbone, where a subtle plug-like device is embedded. Like this. Pull it out. Didn't you say if it's removed, everything would? An uneasy feeling stirs within you. But with Vera's fingertips guiding them, you are forced to pull out the device. Well, with this action, all engines in her frame begin to roar, and even the tips of Vera's hair emit a burning light. A faint red glow slowly flows from Vera's collarbone, like a substance between gas and liquid, slightly dissolving into the air. Those colonel lunatics would be furious if they knew about it. Did I just do something wrong? Yes. We've been wrong from the very beginning. I realized that long ago. Might as well to commit to our mistakes to the end. Let's establish a signal. Something we can use to contact each other. You don't immediately respond as growing unease washes over you. Something feels wrong, as if a storm is brewing beneath the quiet ruins. Cat got your tongue? Why do we need a signal all of a sudden? Are we going to be separated? We won't. The damn rope is still binding us together. Vera tugs at the rope that has bound them together for who knows how long. Come on. Anything will do. Let's just whistle. I'm more used to that anyway. Oh, yeah, she is used to that because of the boat scene. Her gaze suddenly drifts off into the distance, lost in some unspoken memory. Yep, that's right. Whistling. Alright, let's go with that then. Oh god, it's been a minute. Oh, did it for me! What the fuck? Got it. What does that signal mean? Well... Our red team creates new signals for every operation. They don't really have any special meaning. Alright, I'll remember that. That meaningless whistle. Finally, Vera reaches out and touches your forehead. Your temperature is still so high. You're quite tough
You're quite tough to still be talking. Hey, woo! Hey, I gotta be able. I gotta be able to protect my family. It don't matter if I got fucking sickness or what. I still got a job to do. Fine. This is our only option. We're leaving now. I'll carry you on my back. You're moving too slowly in your condition. Let me make this clear. There are corrupted everywhere outside. Stick your head out and you'll be a walking target. When I'm carrying you, keep quiet. When I put you down, run as fast as you can. If they catch us, we're finished. Got it? Okay. I'll reconnect with you now. The connection broke when I fell asleep earlier. That won't be necessary. Just take care of yourself. Vera probably has many things left unsaid, while your feeble idolite brain follows it all under... We'll talk about this later. You obediently climb onto her back, clutching the sample against your abdomen like a newly christened hero setting off the small time village with the rusty blade. The two... Was that what? Hold on. I finally knew what that meant. The two emerged from the crevice, standing up exposed atop the ruins. Your scorching breath formed steam inside Vera's ear, quickly swept away by the cold wind along with the fading light from Vera's chest. This faint trace of life attacks all the wandering corrupted nearby, and they surge toward the two of you from every direction. Little Commandant, no matter what happens, even if you end up crawling pathetically, you must drag yourself one step further. As long as you refuse to be trapped by despair, someone will always be there to catch you. Goddamn right. She steps forward. As the ragged hero embarks on their final journey, a nearby base faces its own moment of truth. Large number of corrupted detected approaching the base. Established time remaining 50 minutes. The soldiers monitoring the detection equipment is the first sound to the alarm. Still not getting through. None of our soldier rescue teams have returned. Sir, it's only been 4 days already. All preparations are complete. We're ready to evacuate at any moment. He needs to make a decision. Behind the soldiers, a young face clutches a terminal, desperately pleading for something. Oh shit, Harley Joe? Wow, finally seeing his appearance. We haven't seen him since Puella. Or since Puglia. We haven't seen him since the Puglia incident. No! We haven't seen him since Spiral of Kronos. Take that back. We haven't seen him for a long, long time. I don't remember how he did his voice. At first I thought this was a girl, but it's a dude. Oh, here we go. Why can't I get through to them? It'll work. Harley Joe holds the FOS issued terminal like a simpleton before the shrine, muttering desperate prayers. Just give me something, please! If the space evacuates too, there'll be no way to get you out! When the outbreak happened, he was lying low in a remote location away from the populated areas, unaware he'd survived the corrupted first wave of attacks. From his perspective, his classmates' signals all vanished at the same time. After that, he was like a child abandoned doing hide-and-seek. He'd finally found the perfect hiding spot, only for everyone else to be called home for dinner. Unable to contact anyone, he emerged rewarded from his hiding place and stood in an open area contemplating his existence, coincidentally blocking the path of an armored vehicle full of soldiers. The adults picked up the day's FOS youth and brought him aboard. After a long, bumpy journey, he was stationed at this relatively well-equipped base. I heard you got good grades in communication studies? Yes, sir! That's right, sir! And so, through a series of fortunate coincidences, Harley Joe became a temporarily enlisted communication soldier. Besides coordinating with nearby squads, Harley Joe never gave up trying to contact his classmates, but as time passed, his worst fears began turning into reality. Papa P, Vanessa, Simon, this is beyond disastrous, isn't it? 3 of our top 10 students completely vanished without a trace! Harley Joe! Yes, sir! Harley Joe puts down his terminal and responds to his commanding officer. Get ready! You're the youngest among us! Elo, guys, I'm back from the car service. Welcome back. Hope the car service went well. Hope you were safe and make sure you got your car done. Make sure you're good to go. So, hope it went well for you. Are we really evacuating? Harley Joe feels tears rolling up. He simply can't accept losing so many friends before graduation.
No, Holy Joe, you're...
The commanding officer wears a complicated expression, saying something to the young man, but Holly Joe doesn't catch it. His attention is suddenly diverted, because the terminal in his pocket suddenly emanates an urgent series of beeps.
Wait, Commander! It's them! It's my classmates! Papa P sent us approaching our location!
Hell yeah, hey! I'm on my way! Woo! As Harley Joe holds up his terminal and shouts, Vera, sprinting with you on her back, begins to recall many things. Or rather, ever since she met you, a strange human, she's been unconsciously recalling her own past in various ways. First, she recalls her biological parents, whom she only met a few times. Unfortunately, these memories are from when she was too young. Only blurry shadows remain, along with the silken texture of her mother's red hair. Skipping over her irritating distant relative, she surprisingly finds the second memory in her instructor and the doctor. Poppin become Vera's dog? I have not. No, I have not. No, I have not. I have not, ladies and gentlemen. She's also aware that Dr. Gwyneth was her sponsor, despite having graduated not long ago. After herself and earning a meager wage, Gwyneth willingly took extra night shifts to support her education. How did you get injured during training again? Is it really necessary for you to push this hard? It's a simple bandage would do, thanks. We don't need to be inspired, what about it? I'm sorry, what did that say? Oh. Oh wait, that was, oh, this hasn't read. No, we haven't, wait, have we read this part? I don't know if we read this part. I'll read it. I haven't wasted my sponsor's money. I've learned to be tough, and I'll keep getting promoted from here on out. Even if you think it's childish. Hey, wherever I get transferred later, you should follow me. I'll look after you, and you won't have to work these exhausting triple shifts anymore. Look after you? Listen to yourself making childish talk. I'm going to reset the bone now, so don't make a fuss. Ouch! Wait, hold on. She ripped her tailbone? Was it her that hit her tailbone? Oh, he smacked her. Okay, never mind. There. After graduation, my little Vera will live the life she wants. She'll be free then. The doctor murmurs as she slowly applies the bandage. Able to venture wherever you wish and make all your dreams come true. Gwyneth offers her helpful blessing to Vera, a blessing given before the punishing outbreak. Yeah, we didn't read that part. But when the punishing destroyed everything, only one sentence of that blessing remained. Vera, promise me, don't ever break yourself for anything. Blah, blah, die scene. She never listened to Gwyneth's word. On the contrary, she's imitated Gwyneth, always holding back the threshold whenever crisis approached. Before Average Joe was killed, she sacrificed her arm. Before Hummingbird and Little Mute were killed, she sacrificed her left eye. Not just once, but day after day, she tried to break herself, trading her flesh and blood to fulfill a dream, to keep more of the people she cherished alive. It never worked. Able to venture wherever you wish and make all your dreams come true. None of it came true. Today, I'll be damned if I don't make at least one dream come true. If an arm and a left eye weren't enough, then I'll use something more important. She listens to your shallow breaths beside her ear while also hearing the shrieks of corrupted drawing closer. She looks down at the red light in her chest. My flesh and blood are yours to consume. I grant you the freedom to bask in the sun. If a small spark isn't enough, then I'll give you the entire sun. Hey, yo. She suddenly pauses, sitting you down to the ground. In truth, when Granny Wong and the others brought you to her, she already realized the truth behind this entire relay. The you out there must be worried sick by you, by now. Me out there? Not you right now, but the future you. Looks like you really did it. Perhaps I might even rely on you a little in the future. I don't understand, but that's good. Someone like you. When the day comes that you're ready to sacrifice yourself for something, there will surely be many people rushing to stop you. You probably don't remember, but when we first met, I called you a fragile flower from Babylonia, and you countered that you'd prove me wrong. You've proven me wrong many times already. Now, I'll help you. Not just because I want to help you, but to help myself as well. Vale kneels on one knee, looking up,
Sunlight traces your silhouette with unusual clarity, while the tearing pain in her mind becomes increasingly impossible to ignore. I don't want to lose you to a bad end. I don't want you to end up like me. I want my little commandant to be able to venture wherever you wish and make all your dreams come true. Hold on now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on now. That's crazy. My little commandant. She sounds like a mom here. I want your story to shine brilliantly from the very beginning, my hero. Hey! Ah! Come on! I'll do the same. If anything happens to you, I'll rush to protect you. Hell yeah, hey! Woo! We gotta protect the people we care for, ladies and gentlemen. Vera seems to understand, letting out a soft chuckle. It's not much of a blessing after all. So, when this is all over, before my memory resets, let's give each other that moment. Let's put aside all prejudice and misunderstandings, and like number comrades, embrace. Sure. It's a deal. Vera tightens the rope around both of their waists and takes the terminal that had been hanging at your side. By the way, I'll take the terminal for now. I'd rather not have it handed over with all that information about kernel constructs. After doing all of this, she draws her weapon and faces the rear. Aye! Yo! Side boob go crazy. Respectfully, pause. Ready? I'll count to 3. Then you run forward with the sample. Don't worry. We're bound by this rope, and I won't leave you. 3, 2, 1. As the corrupted attack, you force your aching legs in motion and run forward with long strides. The rope unfolds as you hear a whoosh, the rope rapidly extending through the air, followed by the sudden tension around your waist. Vera's on the other end. Keep running. The sound of combat quickly reaches your ears as Vera blade slices through the disaster behind the two of you. Run! Without looking back, you push forward with the sounds of fierce combat behind you, spotting the base buildings ahead soon after. Run!
No, Honey Joe. I came specifically to inform you. We're not evacuating. Everyone grab all your gear. Consider yourself the last line of defense for the safe area. If we fail, then 2, to bomb the places to the ground. Wait, if we fail 2, then bomb this place to the ground. We absolutely cannot let this disaster spread. But if you're the youngest, you could.
Wait, Commander! It's them! It's my classmate! Papa B signals is approaching a location! I need to join the rescue! There's no time, Commander!
Just before collapsing from exhaustion, you catch the sight of your destination. Perhaps having confirmed the state of the approaching figure, several fully armed soldiers rush out from the base ahead, sprinting towards you. In this moment, everyone welcomes the long-awaited hero. On this day, the hero finally arrives at the starting line of their destiny.
Simple.
No one remains to bestow honors upon the hero, but this journey itself stands as the greatest testament.
Come on now! Come on now!
Student A, the mother and daughter, Vanessa, Simon, Granny Wang, Leia, the sheepdog, and a construct who doesn't belong to Babylonia, who also witnessed the hero's courage every step of the way. Yes, and a construct too. Thinking of that red figure, you stumble and crash heavily to the ground. Names and fragments of memories scatter from your mind in the turbulence. At the same time, countless hands reach out to help. But you suddenly grab a hold of the final question lingering in your mind, making you desperately twist to look back. Is the rope even that long? You see one end of the rope. The roughly cut rope drags on the ground, stained with blood and vital fluid, but that figure is nowhere to be seen. Vera.
Vera! Oh shit! Yo! Holy whoa! Yo! She looked good! She looked good with the twin swords like that, even though it was a twin blade. Yo! Yo! Huh. The battle scarred construct shakes off the corrupted and stands once more. Within her mind, that person's mind beacon still connected to her, so stable and reassuring. Years of tempering and have indeed shaped him into a better person. She can still feel traces of anguish through the beacon, so she knows her little commandant is desperately doing everything in their power. I understand now. A nearly frantic alarm sounds from the base ahead, and the sound of your calls for her, but she has no time to respond. Don't be angry. Don't be sad. Between you and me, a rough start was inevitable. Yes, that's how it was. But we were both endlessly defiant, so we struggled on. Until one day, our story found its continuation. That's why I say this isn't a tragedy. She snaps her spear in two, wielding both pieces as her arm swings the weapon, their flames scattering the falling snow. She performs her blade dance as an offering to her story, with both beginning and end. Dance of the Blades. That's a fucking crazy name. Even as her life drains from her chest, even as the darkness from her mind devours her, she refuses to stop. Grief can only last for 1 second. After that second, I will come back to you. She gonna come back at the right time then. Man, what the fuck? 2%? They blue ball on me, man. Alright, here we go. 17. Eat, wait. I can do this. Nope, I'm gonna need water. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my voice if I do this shit. Because I know damn well we're gonna probably get her back at the right moment. So I'll be right back. I get water. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my voice here. So make sure you all get some water, get some snacks, and use the restroom if you need to. I shall be back soon.
Alright, I am back.
Okay. Six main nodes to go. Oh shit, for real? Cool. Alright, cool. Here we go. Episode 17, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to roll. Evolve. It touches upon your love. Oh yeah, finally, we're back at I almost said tip. Back in the present now. Good thing I got my water. I know I'm gonna lose my voice here in a minute. Vera's frame suddenly burns, the tip of her hair igniting into a fiery red, her eyebrows tightly knitted together. Meanwhile, the head creature named Eve lifts its head from the Ascendant's mangled remains. It watches two hag-rigged humanoids gather supplies, and the father forcefully pushes away the one-armed waste material. Mother. It climbs off to the Ascendant's remains, slowly approaching the human as the other simulated hetero creatures begin to follow suit. You cover Huddin's movements, opening fire on the slowly crawling hetero creatures approaching you, drawing back its siblings. Yet it nimbly dodges the bullet, understanding that this is a more advanced being, a child more worthy of getting close to mother/father. Until Hana vanishes at the far end of the corridor.
Be gentle, please.
Rising the gun and now is almost pointless, as the hetero creature before them seems to have understand that this black thing is about to lose its killing power. It has indirectly grasped the concept that bullets are almost depleted. Gurgle. It stares at you, lowering its body even closer to the ground. It vividly remembers that it the underwater entanglement, which provided it with incredibly yet rich yet cannot speak, which oh my god, proved it were. It vividly remembers that underwater entanglement, which provided it with incredibly rich yet refined information, leaving it deeply enhanced to this day. Wow, I cannot speak. Hope we can finish the main story. I hope we can finish the main story of this stream. There's a few extra story after that. Yeah, like 4 notes. Okay. Well, I mean, we might be. Wait, hold on. Can you not see me? Yeah, you got. Okay, never mind. Y'all can. I was tripping. I'm tripping. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. But humans are too fragile, with bones that snap with a mere bend, and remarkably soft muscles, blood vessels, and skin. Simply allowing yourself to get close would corrode everything. Can't act affectionate, can't press too close. Just getting a little closer, just being intimate for a moment would be enough. So it approaches with extreme caution, not daring to make a sound, longing for closeness. Mother. It longs for Mother to give it a hug. Damn it. Only one bullet remains in the gun, yet the hetero creature continues to approach with curiosity. You have no choice but to pull Vera along while dragging your injured leg backward inch by inch.
Shit.
What a pathetic sight. If Vera saw me like this, she'd definitely mock me, wouldn't she? So close. It's already a 98% synchronization.
The sleeping beauty furrows her brow, seemingly irritated by everything on the outside world. You can almost feel her struggling firsthand to return with her mind.
From that sea. From that time at sea. Until now. No. Not just that. It's from the end of the Golden Age until now.
Your mind begin to detect numerous blurred fragments within Vera's mind. The almost emotionally conflicting these is undoubtedly the fragment seen through Vera's third-person perspective, the fragment about yourself.
I still haven't fully remembered yet, or haven't fully figured it out.
Sharp pains repeatedly shoot through your head as long dormant memories shards bob up and down on the surface, still impossible to grasp with certainty. But without a doubt, both of you need a proper reunion.
So, how can I fall here?
You grit your teeth, raising your gun once more to aim at the corrupted lunging toward two of you.
Put it down. Don't resist.
Even with just one bullet left, you fight with everything you've got.
Come closer. Just a little bit closer. Your other hand grips Vera's wrist tightly, unable to ignore the increasingly violent tempest raging within her mind. Are you in just two? Vera, I'm doing what you exactly told me to do.
No matter what happens, we already got this part.
Even if I have to crawl, I'll still drag myself forward. One step at a time. And Vera being called upon by you, here's something. She awakens with a start, only to find herself in complete darkness, with what feels like tides ebbing and flowing beneath her, washing over her limbs. What was that sound just now? Her memory data is fragmented. She only remembers using her little commandant to pull out the safety pin, completely unleashing her full power of this test frame. Then she cuts the ropes and watches as that person run toward the base with the sample. What about me? She tries to lift her hand only to see it covered in bright red, her own vital fluid. She remembers fragments. She chose to stay behind as the rear guard, continuously slaying corrupted until vital fluid poured out from every opening in her body, crimson flooding her vision. Only when the red deepened into darkness did she finally collapse upon the ruins. Am I dead? How could I die now?
I was looking forward to teasing that fearless little commandant. It was going to be the perfect opportunity.
At that moment, a beam of light slowly illuminates the dark waters. She stares intently at that beam of light, taking the full 2 seconds to realize what it is. Someone's mind beacon. Her conscience is still stuck in the earlier state, not yet fully adjusted to the mind beacon connection methods.
Pop and P?
As she instinctively says your name, she props herself up, wading through the data streams of her mind and hurries forward. The splashing of water echoes all around. With each step, she crosses another fragment of reality, restoring another piece of her memories.
I remember now.
Now she remembers everything. During the data and synchronization process, she promised her little commandant she would return to reality just 1 second later. The reality is, you and her, with you as the Grey Raven Commandant, encountered descendants at sea and became stranded on this island with its hidden gene, respiratory. Her garnet frame was on the verge of complete failure and automatically entered hibernation mode, and the support aircraft sent by Colonel only dropped that old test frame from years ago. You chose to save her, and you had to save her by replacing her frame.
Damn it! That frame barely passed the Berserk test back then, and it was recalled after going haywire during the first mission.
She knows Colonel loves exploiting loopholes, but never expected that they would take advantage of even this situation, actually reactivating a frame that should have been sealed long ago. And worse, she discovers that the internal circulatory system may be even more extreme than it was back then.
So you've been irritating on this design all these years.
She suddenly notices that something is even more important and touches the area between her collarbones. And only now does she realize that where the safety lock should be, there's nothing but an empty space.
Removing the safety lock before deployment. Are they trying to test this frame's upper limits?
And once again, the mandatory testing protocol executes by default, trapping her within her mind. An electronic voice resonates above her. I was the shadow of Roxanne's lane, but the frost azure of the window pane. The battlefield of punishing is complex. Your companions can be killed by hero creatures at any moment. This fills you with rage.
No, I absolutely will not allow this!
Vera sprints forward, watching as the mind beacon's light begins to flicker erratically. She senses that the massive number of hero creatures surrounding them, while you keep firing to hold them back, dragging an injured leg.
I thought we had one bullet.
But there are almost no bullets left.
Okay, so this is before we have that one bullet.
After witnessing your companion's sacrifice, you believe you developed psychological trauma or more severe symptoms of mind drift. She realizes that Eve has nimbly dodged the bullets and sunk its teeth into your side.
Faster! I need to move faster!
While fighting for the goal of reclaiming Earth, you feel that all this might be false.
Come on now. I know it is real!
Where you stand is still on the living shore of the river Styx. She lunges toward the mind beacon, but in the very same second, just failed authorization terminated. She plummets back into the sea. Frame authorization terminated, with data synchronization declaring failure at the final moment. Her mind is confined within a narrow corner of starless night as her data module instantly degrades back into that of guarded frame. The electronic voice monotonously delivers its final statement. You harbor resentment toward the world and everything around you. Decide to shatter the window. Still refusing to accept failure, she gradually turns her head to look out the window. Beyond the window stretches an endless sea. In that building she occupies resembles a tombstone rooted in the deep ocean. She realizes that within her mind, the most tranquil sanctuary is actually at the highest point of Atlantis. Ah, okay. We're in Atlantis now. I refuse to accept this.
They are really trying to blue ball us here. That's crazy.
You aim your gun at Eve down to the final bullet. For the first time, your hand trembles slightly as the gun wavers. I'll climb one step further. Please. You will have to catch me. The mind beacon persists within Vera's mind as you call out for her, eyes fixed on the data synchronization progress stalled at 99%. Simultaneously, you pull the trigger. In this mission that has devolved into disaster, you have lost count of how many gunshots you've heard, but this will be the last one.
Another blizzard.
Oh, shit!
Just like the night of the punishing virus outbreak. It took me a long time after that.
That's wild!
I never stopped swallowing the pain. I never stopped embracing death. Never stopped picking up the flag. And becoming the so-called hero.
What? What the hell? Oh, she eats the apple. Okay.
Pathetic, isn't it?
Oh, and you dropped it.
That was a good apple. Why?
But that's how I've chosen to live.
To drop the apple?
To those that try to stop me, there's only one thing I want to say.
Hey!
I am not going gentle into that good night.
Hell yeah! Hey! Come on now. Come on now. The dual blade gun pierces through the stable night, sending transparent shards flying through the air, each one reflecting Vera's resolute face. Colonel's preset program. What the hell does it think it is? Flames of fury sweep through her mind as the enraged Valkyrie forcibly seizes control of her frame. Since it's my body, I will be the one to control it. About damn time. God damn, it took a minute. Vera burns with fury, her visual model precisely looking onto the figure before her. Meanwhile, Eve is covering the still smoking gun barrel, its arms locked in a death grip around your waist as it sinks its teeth into your side. The grotesque sound of flesh being chewed fills Vera's auditory module. Witnessing this scene, Vera almost believes herself trapped in the past, once again watching you press the opening of your box against your side. Fuck off! Hey! Vera hurls her dual gun blade with tremendous force, striking the head of a creature square in the side of its face, tearing a gaping hole through its insolent visage of black mud like something splatters everywhere. But even with its head impaled by Vera, the final evolution has already begun within the human host. Bit down, tore away, tasted flesh, information. Incredibly rich information floods into it, resembling a web of trees stretching across the encompassing countless branches of all of this coming from a single human. It was a mistake after all. No wonder you sparked both hunger and dependency within it. Must devour, seize, mimic, evolve, learn. An immense satisfaction envelops it, and a series of uncontrollable giggles spill from within its maws and burns its way into your memories. Where should I start? That's a good question. But soon, a piece of information as sweet as honey firmly draws its attention.
Seeking benefit while avoiding harm is instinctive, and now it finds itself infinitely drawn towards the concept of love. Love. I must learn it. It touches upon your love. Not just for the Grey Raven, but for many others. Close friends, battle comrades, even passing acquaintances. These people coalesce into countless beautiful bonds collectively surrounding you. Like a fantastical, beautiful dreamscape. Are you sure we don't need to accompany you on this mission? Is the mission assembly really that simple? Is Vera doing this on purpose?
I heard you're heading out at sea, so I'll prepare some extra emergency equipment. What's with this red medical kit? Why doesn't it even have painkillers?
The perspective shifts backwards where the captain of Grey Raven waits silently.
Commandant. Oh god. Please, you must.
Do not worry, Lucia. I will return safely. I promise.
There's no need to finish every sentence. They've already understood each other's hearts.
Very delicious.
You, Eve, bypass a section of long silent memories and venture into the space of pure white. White doors, white ceiling, and white bedding.
Is this person really okay? Their memory keeps resetting like a robot. Could there be other serious side effects?
Oh, don't worry too much. The only real problem is that gaping hole in their side where they could have stabbed them. The brain hit to me, it will go down as its own. It just needs some time.
Fine, I get it. As long as the hedomedia doesn't go away with this fucking situation, will continue.
The doctor hastily departs, and this temporary medical station and disaster has just swept through the area outside. There are too many people in need of treatment.
Little Commandant, I'm stepping out for a bit. You should rest.
The red-hair construct waves her hand at the hospital bed, then leaves the room and disappears for a short while. When she returns, it's already late. She's cleaning her hands and while letting her hair down, as if looking she's been helped by she's been helping the medical staff. Well, she was a support construct.
What are you staring at? Have you been awake this whole time, or did you just wake up from your rest?
Just woke up. Your voice is extremely hoarse, with a metallic taste of blood seemingly rising continuously in your throat. Even though Eve is merely inhabiting this experience in this body, you can understand just how severely the patient is injured.
Vera. Don't keep calling me Vera. And this, Vera that. It's infuriating. Here, moisten your lips and go back to sleep. Don't swallow it. Following the doctor's orders and focus on recovering is the most important thing for you right now. Do you understand?
Thank you. By the way, you should get some rest too.
Thanks for the concern, but mind your own business. Look away too. Stop staring at me. I've already promised I'll stay here and watch over you, so hurry up and sleep.
You, Eve, have seemingly closed your eyes for a long time, yet you fail to drift away into the darkness of sleep. Instead, chaotic memories intermingle with your mind, causing you frustration.
Get away! Hummingbird, give me the coordinates!
Vera? Vera sits upright in the bedside chair with her arms crossed. Her eyes are tightened shut and her brow deeply furrowed, like experiencing something unpleasant in her sleep mode. Should I help her out? The view shifts upward with effort. You, Eve, rise up from the hospital bed and reach out toward the red-hair construct. Let me try a mind connection. You sink into the connection, doing your best to soothe her turbulent mind. But before long, you pull away with a look of surprise, uttering a single name. Kurino? You stare silently at Vera for a long time, then reach out to touch the bandage on your side. Your gaze shifts to the apple at the bedside, along with a glass of water. The stale water has been replaced. This isn't right. You reach for your terminal and make note of something. Then, taking a deep breath, you reconnect to Vera's mind.
Why would you do this? Why am I happy?
Can you understand?
Understand?
You, Eve, wandered through your memories. After tasting a portion of it, Eve gradually lost her smile, feeling that she was becoming entangled with threads of fate just like her father. Their thoughts grow heavy, each successive interpretation becoming more and more burdensome.
Love, Incomprehensible. What else? Is there anything else easier to understand?
With the aid of the punishing energy, they step into yet another place.
So the eavesdropper has taken an interest in our casual chat.
Die, die, die!
Rapidly exits. Wait. Is this right?
They glimpse Hines, the creator who made them, while emotions flash out like blood drenching in their entire being. Instinctively, they choose to withdraw. They cannot understand why humans are slaughtering each other, with their own creator leading the carnage.
No. Don't look at these.
But silk threads have already silently intertwined themselves around Eve, preventing her escape attempt. You seem to be looking down on her past as well. You seem to be looking down at her past as well, responding to her panic with a continuous laugh.
Oh, is it painful?
No. Let me go.
Cunning and arrogant beast. You want this? Then take it.
You raise your hand and forcibly push yourself, Eve, deeper into the murky depths. The sensation of drowning, now it's their turn to experience it. Eve is forcibly confined within a human body. Every scar across from her reform, awakening with its original plan. It begins with some insignificant bruises and scrapes, all from training courses at April West Military College, minor scuffs, minor alignments, everything every student experiences. A vibrant vitality would gently ease these wounds as if they had never existed. After entertaining the battlefield, her wounds grew increasingly severe. A corruptor sliced open her abdomen while she was evacuating civilians, cranial trauma. To protect the damaged sample container, she pressed it breached against a wound on her side.
Oh, don't struggle. You can't escape. This is what you wanted.
While fighting Vonnegut alongside Strikehawk, she was buried under a collapsed wall, fractured limbs, lungs damage. While fighting a heterohide mother, she was impaled to her side by punishing tentacles, minor organ rupture, fractured hand bones, cranial trauma, subdural heteromodia, countless knife wounds, countless explosions, countless failures. Heroes are sculpted by disaster, sculpted by the disasters crashing down upon a frail human body. Wave after wave, cycle after cycle, endlessly overlapping. It is pressed down into the mire, experiencing pain firsthand. You had anticipated this reaction all along, and you've issued your warning accordingly.
Listen carefully. This is what forged every scar on my body. Keep dreaming of replacing humans, you primitive beast.
Get out. Run fast. Pain, pain, pain.
You shove Eve, forcefully tearing apart the two of you ahead that had begun to merge, with fine intricate threads stretching like half-dried adhesive.
Stay away from me. Go face the fate you deserve.
Eve immediately accepts this, then ecstatically embracing being expelled by you and never wants to make contact with you again. For a brief moment, it believes you it is finally free. But reality isn't so kind. No sooner has its mental agony subsided than its body is seized by a new pain. In this bleak reality, Eve is violently torn from your abdomen and the next moment hangs suspended in midair.
Who gave you permission to hurt my commandant? We upgraded! We went from little commandant to my commandant! Woo!
A delicate face, contorted with rage, presses against its eyes. Eve's vision blurs. In the delirium, the woman before her merges with silhouette from the sea, the one who nearly killed her before.
You goddamn hetero creature! Kill it now, Vera!
You press down on the wound where Eve's corrosion has eaten through your flesh, voice strained with pain as you issue the command to Vera. Vera raises her hand, driving her gun lance deep into the heterohive creature's body, twisting it to the shred of flesh within. This time, she won't let this cunning creature escape.
Eve hangs suspended mid-air, quietly gazing at the red construct before her. No one knows what it's thinking. The two of you can only watch as it's in its moment of death, amid the spine-chilling sound of flesh being shredded. Eve unsteadily opens her arms towards Vera. In the final moment of its life, it chooses to embrace pain, and then it ceases to move. God damn, that took a minute. Alright, here we go. Episode 18, Lingering Silence. After killing Eve, the leader, Vera slaughters every head of creature in sight, carving a path forward with brutal efficiency. After just 3 minutes, Vera emerges from the mist of blood. One step. Whoa, why'd her eyes change? Hey, yo, what? She carries her lance behind her, treading through the slurry of hetero creature's remains as she slowly approaches you, stopping exactly 3 steps away. She suddenly remembers something and touches her collarbone, where a red light pulses beneath her skin. You've guarded the figure before you with complicated emotions. Memories of your shared past remain hopelessly fragmented and blurry. Despite recognizing the gap in your memory, you decide to speak first.
Vera, it's been a long...
The crimson figure rushes forward with open arms. Her double-blade lance clatters to the ground. Oh! Are we getting hugged? The metallic scent of iron envelops you as her long hair cascaded past your ears, gathering in the hollow of your neck. I can tell you still haven't remembered everything. Hold on, did we just get hugged? Yeah, we got a hug! Woo! Hell yeah! Attack hug. So it's not time yet. Not time for me to say those words. She holds you in a tight embrace, her arms locked around you like a vice. Hey, we take the hugs.
I've already remembered a lot. I was surprised I could see fragments of those times through Eve just now.
There still isn't enough time.
Huh?
Vera releases her hold. That urgent embrace, like someone desperately trying to keep something from slipping away, vanishes as quickly as it came. She drops to one knee and tears open your blood-soaked clothing. The fabric, stuck fast to raw flesh, makes a sickening sound as she tears it away. So, that hetero creature date working out for you?
I'll be honest, not so good.
Seeing how eager you are to get yourself killed, I thought maybe you'd fallen in love with the feeling of punishing energy coating your flesh. Vera quickly returns to her usual self, that familiar sharp tongue of hers bringing in a almost comforting sense of normalcy. If I'd synchronized even a moment later, the punishing would have corroded right through your organs. Vera dumps nearly an entire bottle of disinfectant over the wound, then savagely jabs the serum injected into your injury.
Wow! Ooh! Wow, Vera! Ooh! That hurts! Don't take it out on me!
You've never learned your lesson. This is exactly what you deserve.
Okay! Ooh! Wow, okay.
Vera lowers her gaze, yanks out some bandage, and tightly wraps several layers around your waist and injured leg. You search Vera's eyes as if looking for something familiar in those guarded red irises. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, mwah! Stop staring. I haven't changed. This frame looks exactly the same as it did back then, only the internal systems got a slight upgrade. But you have changed. Your shadow is different now. Vera meets your gaze, your silhouette reflected in her eyes. Not only are you more mature than you of a few years ago, but you also bear traces of wariness from the wariness she wishes weren't there. So we ended up like this again after all. Can you stand? No matter what you saw in my mind, or what you remembered yourself, we don't have time for reunions. First, explain our current situation to me clearly, especially about that smart-mouthed brat. Why did he leave you here? Why is he running away? Or was there another reason?
No, he wanted to destroy the other embryos.
As Vera lifts you up from the ground, you quickly explain the current situation. From how you and Hana have dragged Vera into the genetic respiratory to the elderly researcher who severed ties with the Ascendants. You also describe how your group was discovered and ultimately cornered by the Ascendants.
Regardless, those evolving hetero creatures all came from the hands of that researcher, Hines. Based on his tone, there must be more embryos within the hollow that have to be destroyed.
Are you sure that old man is the new Hines?
even with only fragmentary memories. He's identical to both Hines and your memory datas.
The human brain really is flawed. Fragile thing. Just a slight bump and the memories are so effortlessly discarded. Vera lets out an emotionless chuckle.
No, even if the memories were messed up, I also went back to find you.
What? He went back? Vera just frowns and looks up when a crisp, shattering sound comes from her hand. She has unconsciously crushed the empty serum vial. Uh-oh. Well, you're gonna get pissed, but oh well. Among the tiny fragments scattered on the floor, Vera notices something and looks down again. Between her collarbones, the space where the safety latch should be is completely empty, as if mocking her with absence. Even her frame seems to be urging her forward. Huh. In an instant, your mind beacon experiences the intense sensation of falling. When memories are connected, the construct's emotional fluctuations become much more perceptible.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. I just couldn't control my strength. Similar things happen when adapting to the garment frame. It's perfectly normal.
Wait. Let me check your mind again.
I don't need... Vera brushes away your outstretched hand. Your wounds are patched up for now. We need to hurry up and go after that one-armed brat. I don't trust him, and with his injuries, he might not be able to complete his mission. I'll carry you on my back. If you don't want to end up in a cripple, stop walking. Vera cuts off any response you might have and pulls you onto her back. Finally, she steps forward once more. Just like the good old days. Oh yeah, I think it was
Data
fighting.
synchronization, complete frame circulation, normal. Mind data, normal. Battle module, normal. Self-diagnostic successful.
This frame. I never thought I'd find its power unfamiliar.
Let me talk. Oh, okay, we just gotta walk. Oh, now we're running.
Disgusting. Get lost. Don't you dare. Scorpion in the shadows. Delusion.
I do enjoy her gameplay. It's very fun.
Just as I thought, something's wrong. Don't you dare. Scorpion in the shadows. Delusion.
Okay. What is that?
There is a high level of punishing concentration nearby.
Oh, wow.
Let's go. Stay close to me.
I remember there's DMC reference somewhere in this level. Oh, is there? Okay. We'll have to look around.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Oh, that's
We're
not it.
getting closer to the hollow.
Is it there? Oh, here it is. What the? That's fucking funny. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this the chair that fucking, one of the brothers sits on? I can't remember the name. That's fucking funny. Okay. Oh, hold on. We gotta keep exploring. Okay. Right in here.
These are Haynes's notes. That old bastard is everywhere.
Wow, this is a lot. Okay. I am joking suggesting an excellent candidate to serve as a genetic template for the new species that Grave and common from learning. He actually agreed. Whoa, hold on. He actually agreed. I suspect that he hasn't engaged with the new world in years. He's like a relic of the golden age, sluggish and naive. His bones steeped into inside of distance. The air is moderate. Whoa, hold on now. If elites, yep. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's talk about him. Okay. I'm always talking about this kind of interest with explored. Yep. Okay.
alternative methods, including leveraging of a certain version of myself all the way over from Babylonia. I heard that the fellow had changed his name under Colonel's control and chose a path entirely different from my own. Okay, yep. So this Hines. So this Hines that we're talking, that the old man Hines, is maybe one of the first ones, one of the 1 through 9, and then this Hines, the one that we see now, is him. Huh. There should be dialogue when you go there, and you should get a hidden achievement. Probably have to explore. Wait. Oh, okay. Explore the room first. I see.
I can smell the stench of his self.
No matter what arrow, but they want to favor the truth. Another descendant blessed by the punishing virus. Something. Yeah, feels like it. Yep. Yep. Features. Yep. He insists that I refer to them as. Whoa, hold on. According to the evidence itself, there all remains of the last Prados. Punishing virus, even with occasional provided from the best of the hollow, setting up the anti-spike. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Looks like we're on the right track. We're getting closer to the hollow.
Oh shit.
Did the power come back on? And did that door just open too?
Okay. Now we can go back. What's so? Oh. Never mind.
My unseen blade!
Oh, what the fuck? That is such a crazy fucking. Alright, now. Oh yeah, if you dash without moving, you do a standing block parry. It's really fun in a boss fight. Really? Okay, I'll have to try it out on her when we get there. Now we can go in here. Let's go do it. And I do like how you can. Oh, I still have the twin blades. Is there a different idle animation when she does it? I want to see a different idle animation. Do it, 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 do it. Nope, she ain't gonna do it. Alright.
I hear something. Let's go check it out.
Here we go. Oh, no fucking way. She actually sits in it? That's fucking funny. Is this it? So she's just ore farming? It's aura. That's so fucking funny. She just ore farms. We've had our fun. Let's get out of the ore farm. Power not included in the collective product. That's fucking funny. Just sitting there menacingly ore farming. That's fucking funny. Alright, we gotta go all the way up here now. Very fitting as well, since the story patch is right before the collab. True. I wonder if it was a teaser then for everyone. It would make sense if that was the case. Oh, did I die? Hey, yo, what? There we go.
find any valuable information from it? I bet this person never imagined the recorder would document their own demise.
What?
Let's stop reading. Knowing Haynes, he's definitely waiting for us at the end.
We're gonna read.
Let's go.
So he was doing a lot of work on the back end. Wow, we were out
This
fucking
device
fighting and
still
saving the world.
What's it used for? Wait. Seems to be channeling energy into the hollow. It can't be destroyed. Something's protecting it. Seems like it's something important.
Okay, now we go back down. I've got a fucking pee out of the wall zoo when we're done here.
More enemies. There's just so many more.
Am I repeating the same mistakes again? Don't dare.
Oh wait, so every time I use her ult, she dies?
You managed to hit. Don't you dare. My unseen blade. Ridiculous. You feel the sheer strength of your fate. We finally reached the hollow. Now then, who wants to die?
Prometheus. Interesting. Okay, what time is it? 9:49. We're 70%. We still got a fuck ton more to go. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna ever finish it. Is this a good stopping point? Or no? We still got fucking. Oh god, we still got 8 more episodes to go. 4 more nodes. Actually, why does it say 8 more episodes? What did you say? Hold on, let me look. It was. So there's a few extra stories. So there's. Okay. So we've got 4 main nodes, 4 extra story. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. I would like to finish it, but at the same time, this is probably the stopping point. I would say this probably will be, because I mean we ended at a good spot. We ended right where we're getting ready to do something here, and I also want to do it for Saturday because, like I said, it gives me more time to work on the short film actually. And I have to get up early for work tomorrow too, so I still gotta work on content tonight as well. So it's still gonna be late night for me regardless. So I don't want to take up too much of that time either. I gotta have a nice delicate balance. So we'll probably end it here then. It's a good stopping point regardless because, like I said, we ended off on a good spot. We're getting ready to do something here. Don't know what. Getting ready to do something here. We got 4 main nodes, so that's 4 right there, and then 4 of the extra story, and then that'll probably be a whole stream right there in itself. So I think that'll be a good stopping point, where we're at. So. Yeah, we're right before the big thing. Oh yeah, if we're right before the big thing, this is a good end. This is a good spot for us to be at then. A good spot for us to be at. So I would say we're in a good spot then. So I think we'll save the rest of this chapter for Saturday's stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. We made really good headway. We're at 70%. I wanted to hit 75%, but hey, you know what? We're right there at the climax, so I'm fine with it. So,
Yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna be working on the script for the short film. I cannot wait for you all to see it. Like I said, I don't know if this one will get one. We're gonna see how it ends. Part of me still is on the fence about it, just because, like I said, the one that I'm doing right now is priority. Now, the reason why it's priority is because it's a very special short film for me, at least. It's a very special short film, since it's it's going to be, to me, very special. And it'll mean a lot. It's gonna mean a lot to me. So and I want to make it right. I want to do it right. So that's why. So that's the reason why I'm on the fence for doing a short film for Sparks to Wildfire. As good as Sparks to Wildfire it is right now, as good as it is, the one I'm currently doing right now for me is like takes the cake over anything right now. And you all will see why. You all will see why when I get it ready to roll. You all will see why. But yes, like I said, it's in the fence, but we're gonna see. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get started. I've got a long night ahead of me. Still, I'm gonna eat some dinner. Still, talk to my ma, and then get started. So, I will see. Let's see. Ooh, before I even leave, we've got to do Sparks to Wildfire. If we finish Sparks to Wildfire before the stream actually ends on Saturday, we'll just go straight into the main story. We'll just jump right on into that. Since we kind of like technically left off right before going to Copperfield. So, all right, I believe that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to take up any more of your time. I will let you all go. Thank you all so much for being here. You all did not have to be here at all and the fact that you all decided to watch me and take your time out of the day to watch me, I do not take that for granted at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we will be finishing Sparks to Wildfire, Vera's Floating Record. Until then, I hope you all have a good evening, a good afternoon, a good morning, and you all stay safe, and I'll see you all there. I'm out. Peace!